And hello and welcome everyone to a very special holiday installment of Capes and Quests. I am your holly jolly DM, everyone, Cape Joel, and joining me are my dear friends. You know them, you love them. It's the D20 Degenerates, everybody. Kirk, Aaron, and Josh. Hello, guys, and a most merry holiday. Happy Christmas to y'all as well. How are ya?
Oh, I am good. Um, Merry Christmas to you.
I'm glad we can all be here during these quarantine times. Again, it's also we're doing this on the 12th right now, so for once I'm actually getting important Christmas stuff out of the way early, which is totally out of character for me.
Oh yeah,
So weird.
Yeah.
I mean that's good. I'm not doing any of that. My cat celebrates Kwanzaa. My dog celebrates Hanukkah. So I just find it best to stay neutral in this house.
If there's one good thing about the virus, it's that, because no one can travel anywhere, I'm not expected to see my family and friends and or give gifts, and I can be the asocial friggin' hermit that I have always been, but to the nth degree. Yeah.
Well, you should try being a horrible person. Like you never expected to see your family ever again. It's pretty awesome.
I'm just so desperate for something to happen in my life that for the first time in 10 years in my apartment, I'm actually going to put up a Christmas tree.
Oh, wow.
For Christmas.
Wow.
This is like, okay, it's a reason to do something in the house. Yay.
It's funny, this is actually the first year that I'm not putting up a Christmas tree, and that is because the whole streaming rig, that's where the tree used to go.
I gotcha. Okay.
The internet killed Christmas.
It certainly did. Now, if people can see here, there's a different thing for the whole little UI overlay that we do here. I have a food bank donation thing here. I put the lofty goal of $1,000. I figured, hey, if we get any donations from here to then, anything we get, I'm just going to give to the local food bank. I figure they probably need it now more than ever, and it's about time I start using my Z-list internet celebrity for something good,
Hey,
Which
that's
I'm
smart.
excited for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, let's help some folks out while we, wreck some fictitious folk.
Totally.
Where's is it just the donate button down here?
Yeah. I also have other ways you can donate to. I have like a PayPal thing and some other stuff. But if you do that, just be sure to put a little note to me and be like, hey, this isn't a tip just for being a nice guy. This is a tip for the food bank. Don't spend this on bullshit, Joel, and I will.
Because I actually do believe that you just get tips for being just Canadian in general.
Yeah,
Can you confirm that for me?
I mean, sometimes yes, but it's very small denominations and very cold.
I feel like I'm supposed to give you money.
Mostly in the G-string area. That's where I get my tips. All right, everyone. So this is a special Christmas one-shot. So the continuity is going to be loosey-goosey. So if you've never watched Capes and Quests before, don't worry. We're totally going by, like, the Dragon Ball Z movie logic, and that is that, they are standalone, but you could probably sub them in somewhere if you wanted. And I guess with that, let us get to the adventure properly, everyone, as we join our holiday-themed adventure. Our three heroes, so to speak, Vorlin, Corbin, and Antoine, are taking it easy back on their party barge known as the Revival. The snow is gently falling outside right now, and there's a lot of activity aboard the boat as your ragtag crew is getting ready for Yuletoberfest, the best non-denominational winter celebration of them all. There's Athena, the former elf kingpin, hanging silvery and gold decorations. Trishan is hard at work in her lab, but instead of making plant-based poison, she's brewing a delicious egg-based drink, a nog, if you will. She hasn't quite figured out the name yet, but she's working on it. And you three actually awake in the morning to find that you have actually some letters that have been delivered by messenger bird, no less. So you going to open those letters?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
So I also smell mutton in the air?
No mutton yet, but there are some chestnuts being roasted somewhere in the distance, probably near High Morn as everyone is celebrating. Vorlin,
That's just Scritch's natural odor to him.
Hey, baby, I love that you know my mask and what it's all about. He says as he passes on his way to the bathroom. So, Vorlin, you open your letter first, and it's from your family, from your mother and father back in the Empire. And basically, the long and short of the letter is, hey, son, still deeply disappointed in you and your life choices, but have a good Yuletoberfest, we guess, signed Mom and Dad.
Or whatever, thanks.
Or whatever.
The best you could hope for.
Yeah. What is it, Antoine? You open yours next, and you recognize the letterhead on this right away. It's from the Church of the Gracious Death, the religious organization you're part of. It's the same basic chain letter they send out every year. Oh, we're thankful for the season, and all the good work we're doing, and be sure to be out and donating this time of year because people are extra generous. And then they give you the same shaving kit they give you every year.
I used the parchment to light the candles on my Kwanzaa menorah.
Nice. You do that, and it's very beautiful. And Corbin, your letter too isn't nearly as nice as the other guys. It's all kind of beat up and muddy. And once you open it up, it's basically just a piece of parchment with big red ink that says "Fight Me" on it.
The Valentine's Day already?
No name, no return address, just "Fight Me" in big red ink.
This has nothing to do with any holiday. It's just regular mail for me.
Yeah. You then get several more that look exactly the same throughout the day.
Man, you gotta
Use
pay
a
Columbia
pen,
House.
Use a pen, Sideshow Pa.
It's D Bart D. So once all the fun with the mail is said and done, what is it there? You gather in kind of the main galley area of the ship. Scrunch is there, Little Skip is there, a bunch of the goblin workmen are there, as well as a few more goblins. There's Scritch, who you remember as the bartender back from the Fight Club, as well as a female goblin you've never actually seen before, but she looks basically like Scrunch in a wig, like an older version of Scrunch in a wig, so you're probably going to assume that this is his sister that he's talked about sometimes.
Sister, and I'm
yeah.
using air quotes.
Yeah, they're all hanging out together, and it looks like they're reading from a big book that is regaling everyone with the story of Yuletoberfest. Are you gonna sit on in there and hear the story?
As an illiterate, yes, I sit down because this is heaven for me.
There you go, all crisscross applesauce. So it's Scrunch who's actually reading from the book again. In this one-off universe, Scrunch can also read.
Is our Christmas adventure about to be us D&Ding inside the D&D universe?
Oh,
Scrunch's Christmas adventure.
I'm not that meta, Aaron. I'm pretty meta, but I'm not that meta. Although looking back on it, that would also be pretty fun. Put a freaking pin in that for next year, though. So Scrunch begins reading from the book, and he says there, "Once long ago, there was a young barbarian king by the name of Klaus the Conqueror. And he left his home in the frozen tundra to become an amazing adventurer. He slayed dragons, saved princesses from towers, and gathered so many kick-ass magic items you wouldn't even believe it, man. He brought these home and built this kick-ass ice fortress that he lived in for years to come. The only problem is that he had so much awesome stuff that basically all other adventurers and villains, they kept bothering him at home to try and take his shit from him. And, he didn't like that, and he spent the first couple years killing them. Almost by the cartload until one day Klaus the Conqueror decided, you know what? I'm going to use my amazing power to give people gifts once a year on my birthday if they've done right by me. In hopes that, they would see me as a friend and not an enemy." So, yeah.
This is heartwarming. I love this.
So there's...
You have the voice of an angel, sir.
Oh, thanks, man. That's really cool. And I happen to know
I appreciate how short it was.
It's a really big book for such a short story.
I know, it's mostly pictures and everything, and then he turns around and he shows you the pictures, and it looks like cool Frazetta art that someone would draw on their van. Now, it's not long after hearing that story that the sounds of, well, what can only be described as sleigh bells can be heard overhead in the night sky. Do you go and investigate?
Yeah, I like that band.
All right.
Absolutely, because I don't hear bells ever in this universe.
No.
So this is cool.
So yeah, you shoot out there like you do, and the snowy clouds are soon parted, and up in the sky you see a massively large Viking longship pulled by 8 flying moose. A beam of bright icy light shines down on the deck of your ship, and before you know it, a very large built Viking man with a white beard and a red coat rides down on the ray of light, and before you know it, boom, he's standing right there on the deck of the Revival with you.
Uber Eats. Fine.
Hey, it's that guy we just learned about.
This feels like a coincidence. Maybe this was a setup. I don't know.
He speaks to you in a great booming voice, and he says, "Ho, ho, ho, look what we have here, Vorlin, Corbin, and Antoine. I've been watching you 3 for some time now, and I must say, I'm greatly disappointed, what with the murder, the theft, the arson, the flagrant sexuality, and all the drug use. So much drug use."
I tell Slush to go get my medical kit because I'm having one of my drug-induced heart attacks and I'm hallucinating the afterlife.
I pull one of my daggers and I ask him who else he's told.
You know, it's reasons like this that you 3 might be the naughtiest adventurers I've ever met, but damn it, you know what? You send a mongoose after a viper, and I need you 3 for a special job tonight. And if you help
We're
me
about
out,
to be his Suicide Squad.
literally the Christmas Suicide Squad. You got it.
Oh, we're gonna save Santa, and Santa's gonna send us to save Santa.
Look, you do this
No,
job.
let's swap those around.
It works. You do this job for me, and I'll not only get you off the naughty list, but I'll get you your heart's desire. How's that sound, boys?
I think
Yeah.
we're going to agree to this just for the sake of having an episode.
We can't be the
Yeah.
worst. What about like Ethan? Ethan has to be the worst adventurer. We can't be that high on your list.
I mean, Ethan works at a soup kitchen in his spare time.
Really, Ethan?
I
Oh,
know.
really? I didn't see that one coming.
I know. Surprised the shit out of me too. People surprise you.
Yeah, still fuck that guy. All right.
Hey, I'm not saying you have to like him. Now come, everyone, come on my giant Viking longship, and we will go to my enchanted ice fortress.
Oh man. Okay.
All right.
We were told never to do this in school, but fine, stranger. Let's go.
It's fine. You just heard about me in a story. You can trust me.
Even in this weird effed up D&D fantasy land, I still want to see reindeer fly. So I obviously have to go.
There
Oh,
you go.
absolutely.
They're moose.
They're moose in this version. It's my non-denominational Christmas thing. I don't want them ranking bass
there we go.
people up my ass.
Legally distinct.
Is the name of this campaign legally distinct? All right, you board Klaus the Conqueror's flying longship, and before you know it, you are traveling at hyper speeds. You cross through a magic wormhole in the sky that looks like one of those Christmas wreaths that people put on their door, and it smells of peppermint. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, not a fan of peppermint. Is that Antoine saying that, or Josh saying he's not a fan of peppermint?
I think we joined together in that moment because the smell of peppermint was that overwhelming that we were both put off by it.
I put my finger up as we are going through the magic peppermint tunnel and scrape a part of it off, and then just lick it and go.
It's an acquired
It's
taste.
the most wholesome moment you've ever had in this game.
If it involves food, I can be non-terrible.
Fair enough.
So pure.
Peppermint is an acquired taste. Children hate it, but as an adult, you come to love it. So yeah, before you know it, you're at Klaus's Arctic stronghold, a massive fortress forged out of ice and snow. Yet in the middle of it all, you touch down in what seems to be a thick little forest area of holly and mistletoe and, of course, evergreen trees. Beyond that sits a quaint little town with several buildings, a large workshop, and what appears to be Klaus's own cabin home. You also see dozens of little creatures in green tunics and curly shoes running around at fast speeds. They're small like halflings, but they have pointy little ears like elves. This must be the fabled lost tribe of Arctic elves that you heard about right now.
Super cool, but I'm also really afraid that someone in my party is going to try to steal one of them.
I'm not gonna steal it. That's a sentient being, man. That sounds annoying.
Or at least kill one on accident.
Probably gonna do that. That sounds unavoidable.
They welcome you with much celebration when you touch down. It's like that scene in Wizard of Oz. Yay, yay, newcomers, yay, welcome. Welcome to the Winter Village.
And then it turns to that scene from Army of Darkness where, yeah, don't fucking touch me.
I'm sorry, sir, you're just the biggest thing we've ever seen. To which, of course, Klaus is like, hey, man, I'm still pretty huge. I might be old and a little chubby now, but I used to be a badass in my day.
I slide my small brother's pamphlets about unions.
Oh, a union, you say? I mean, we do get free room and board here, and, the season off, but I mean, unionize. To which Klaus the Conqueror's like, hey! You want to ruin the joy for the children?
Okay, guys, we'll talk later. Revolution.
So he ushers you to kind of like a little seating area he has there, kind of like a little gazebo in his not quite Santa's village, and he ushers you to sit down, and he starts pouring some drinks there of, again, peppermint schnapps, because everything is peppermint here.
It reminds me of my childhood. Don't ask.
It's alcohol, though.
I drink theirs in their wake.
And you have a great time. Look here, guys, I'm going to cut right to the chase. My operation is under attack. Someone is trying to sabotage me and Yuletoberfest.
All right, any idea who it is? Or is this still a mystery at this point?
Well, it started small a couple months ago. Missing tools, machines that just got serviced being sabotaged, graffiti, but in the last week, things have turned deadly. Supply sleighs have been set on fire. My flying reindeer? Yeah, I don't always use moose. I had a team of 8 reindeer. They were killed in their pens, and the main workshop was trashed. I'd look into it myself, but it's just a few days to Yuletoberfest, and I need to oversee the elves as they finish the gifts.
Man, your priorities are wacky, man. You're like that mayor from Jaws.
Someone slayed Blitzen, and he's like, we still got to make these toys.
There was like a wholesale murder of your flight team. You're like, this toy production.
Klaus takes what you're saying to heart, and he kind of looks at you, and he kind of gives you like a stink on. He's like, you know how many children there are in the world? You know how pissed off they're going to be if they wake up Yuletoberfest morning and they don't have their gifts? It's going to be fucking anarchy out there, boys, and I just can't live with that. You ever seen a bunch of pissed off kids? How strong they can be?
I really want to now. You're making it sound good. Stop if you want the help.
Angry kids, they're all top heavy in the head and they will hit you in the balls. It's happened. I've seen it. It's at this point to a handsome, dark-skinned man with a shaved head and a red fur vest very similar to the coat that Klaus the Conqueror is wearing comes out, and he has like a tray of Christmas cookies and other such assorted snacks, and he's like, hey, Santa, who are your friends? To which Klaus says, don't you fucking call me that in front of people. Please, Peter, come on, I am working here, Peter. Get off my ass. To which...
Yay, progressive Santa.
Yeah, to which Peter very angrily drops the tray on the table.
Abusive Santa.
Yeah. He drops the table, and then Peter just walks back to the cabin area, and Klaus looks in your direction. He's like, oh, thanks, guys. Now I'm going to have to deal with that, too, on top of everything else. Ho, ho, ho. Jeez. You see a guy for 500 years, and it's all cool and everything, and then, like, the spark goes out, I tell ya.
Maybe get a job that gets you out the house more than once a year, man.
You know, I've been thinking about doing this mall thing. Where I like go to different malls. And hey, it'll never catch on. It'll never catch on.
My dad did Uber, but everybody's different. You can be an Uber driver.
What the hell is a mall?
It's this new idea where people can live and work in a place together. It's German. It'll never catch on.
Yeah, sounds like it's bad for your business come this time of year.
Yeah. Oh, shit, you're onto something. Wow. Look, I'm really under the crunch here now, boys. I'm giving you free reign of the village. Gather clues, bring the culprit to justice. I don't know if one of my people are in on it, so the only people I can trust are you outsiders. So maybe put all that naughty energy to good use and help me save Yulefest for all the children.
We're going to ruin this so badly.
How much are we getting
crunch
paid
is
for
a
this?
failure of the management, not of the workforce, right?
We had years to fix this. All right, so how much are we getting paid for this? Are we getting paid for this, or is this just some kind of symbolic thing? Because I don't even celebrate Christmas.
You'll get it off the naughties list and your heart's desire, the one gift you really want this year.
All right. Standard rate.
There you go. All right, now I got to go talk Peter off the edge, everybody, so...
All right, well, good luck with that.
Oh, thanks. So he goes and leaves, and yeah, you're standing there in the middle of the Holly Jolly Village with a couple different places you could investigate. There was the factory that was trashed, the murder scene at the reindeer pen, as well as the sleigh depot.
I personally want to go check out the
Reindeer murders, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
100%.
okay.
Reindeer murders.
If the big villain of this whole thing does not turn out to be Jack Skellington, I am going to be sorely disappointed.
What's this? Well, Aaron, let me tell you, Critical Role had a Christmas special last year, and they literally did a Nightmare Before Christmas pastiche, so I can't rip off a rip-off.
Oh, well, that's unoriginal.
In that case, super unoriginal. All right, so you make your way to the Reindeer Stables. It's a large outdoor pen area with fancy wooden carvings of Yuletide trees all around. Sadly, what you see inside is a bit of a grisly mess, as there are 8 slain reindeer lying motionless on the ground.
They're still there? You didn't even, put them 6 feet under, or...
Hey,
wow, okay.
You get the
How
feeling...
are we teaming up with Santa and we're the more competent ones?
It's the world I've crafted.
Real hard on us, judging us for our shit.
You get the feeling that this is like one of those things where it's like, oh, no one touched the crime scene until my ringers get here.
Ah, yes. No one touched the crime scene until these loose cannons that don't answer to anyone, and I have a list that says they are bad people show up.
Hey, no one said Klaus the Conqueror was smart. So what are you gonna do, CSI D&D?
I definitely want to do an investigation roll, but I mean, are we painting a picture of really just sorry, but for the purpose of the story, slit necks and tongues just hanging out of the side of the mouth?
I imagine them disemboweled, when you if you were hunting, they kind of got at them like that.
Yeah. Okay.
How are these deer looking murdered? How was their murder done?
Roll an investigation or a nature if you want, and I'll give you some insight to it.
Oh shit! I actually did pretty well. What's my investigation? My investigation is 0, so that makes it a 17.
I thought you would roll nature, being a mountain man. So, okay, you look the.
My
deer...
nature is also 0. That seems weird.
Wow, that does weird. Huh. All right, so you look over the deer corpses there, Corbin, and you've gutted enough animals in your day to know that they died fairly painlessly. They all have basically the same looking incision alongside their necks, slit jugulars and everything. And yeah.
I dab my finger into the blood and then taste it and go,
Well, actually, interesting you should do that.
Oh, so he's just going to be licking everything this episode.
It's interesting. As you taste it, you get the taste of deer blood, which you know very well from living in the wild, but you also get the unmistakable taste of candy cane.
Oh, so that's why, wow, my gag literally served a purpose.
Yes.
My reaction is the same when I taste the peppermint.
Why does that added to this grisly scene actually make it worse?
I know, right? Because you just imagine Corbin being like, candy cane.
I look over at Corbin, I'm like, are you sure you know what reindeer blood tastes like?
I mean, they're right there.
All right.
The bodies are right there. So
I've been living in the woods and eating whatever I can since I was born, so yes.
Okay. All right.
I mean, also, the slaughtered bodies are right there. That's probably where this blood's from.
A very distinct shiver of the heebie-jeebies crawls up Vorlin's spine.
Now, what is it? Antoine, you mentioned blood, and because you mentioned blood, you actually noticed something interesting. Even though there are 8 dead reindeer in front of you, there's very little blood on the ground. Like, shockingly little. Like, you should be ankle deep in it right now, but there's none. In fact, a lot of the snow that has fallen outside seems to have fallen unevenly all around you, because you're kind of like in an outdoor pen area. There's more snow outside than there is in here, and that shouldn't be. It's like someone took the snow.
Is this about to become the thing? Is this about to become the thing? Just throwing out there, Kurt Russell's already here.
Yeah.
It's all lining up.
He's hanging out.
We already are tired and don't trust each other.
Yeah.
So,
I picked the wrong Kurt Russell for this.
or did you?
I'd like to come back
this
and
Kurt
try.
Russell in the thing? Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, so does it look like my investigation roll is only a 14 plus 1 is a 15?
Okay.
So is there any way can Vorlin tell like it had been shoveled or taken?
Yes, actually. You see actually that there's missing tools in the, pen area. There looks to be like a place where there was like 5 buckets and 4 shovels. Now there only looks to be 3 shovels and 4 buckets. So yes, it definitely looks like someone took the snow-covered blood.
These are reindeer were bled on purpose.
God, if there's no snow around us, like, can we make out like any like tracks?
Give me an investigation. Give me a nature, just a flat investigation to see what you can find.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Okay, hot damn. You don't see any footprints per se, but you do see something so small and so microscopic that anyone else would have missed it in this scenario. And it's the strangest thing because it does not belong. You see crumbs, gingerbread cookie crumbs.
It's the ginger dad man.
Does Corbin go and taste them?
No, I'm actually staying over them eating a gingerbread cookie. I apologize.
It was a
Probably
different...
should have.
Mention that. I promise it's a different gingerbread man than the man Corbin is eating.
Just like throwing him in his mouth like the Cookie Monster, completely
Nom, nom,
missing.
Okay. So is there like, okay, weird, strange. So there's gingerbread crumbs, snow's been taken, evidence has been hid.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so I think we have a reverse Santa who still likes cookies, but instead of presents, he leaves murder. So, cookies and blood are his milk and cookies. Cookies.
All right,
There's no
so-
real good replacement.
So I notice we're definitely taking notes, and we are going to remember these gingerbread crumbs.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Seemed important.
It seemed important to write it out.
Are the
Moving
crumbs
us in the right
singular
direction, whether we like it or
area?
not.
Are the crumbs are the crumbs leading you anywhere?
There's crumbs over by the shovels and the buckets, and there's crumbs around the area where the deer seem to be slayed. Also, too, should probably note, the deer didn't put up a fight.
Oh, it's someone they knew.
It's one of the elves. Disgruntled manager, foreman, perhaps.
Oh,
Being paid in joy instead of money, perhaps.
wow. Okay, so that's gross. Someone they knew. All right.
You can tell I watch a lot of
Pretty
fucking...
isolated.
You can see I watch a lot of Law and Order, can't you?
Can't wait until someone puts on their sunglasses and
Is
pops
there
off
like a
the pond.
jingle version of the Law and Order theme?
Oh.
Like it's that same theme, but with like bells shaking.
Ba-bomb, Janet. Ding, ding.
I'm pretty sure there is.
I can fucking make it in 2 seconds if it's not.
Ching, 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 ching,
All right,
ching.
so you know what comes next? We have to start start interviewing some of these like these small workers out here, and see who had an axe to grind with a big man.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All righty. Well, I've already got one suspect in mind, but we're gonna keep going.
I stand up, put on my glasses, and I say, "Oh dear," and then the Who start playing.
That's what I was waiting
Good,
for.
we couldn't leave until someone had a pun.
We don't get fooled again. So any other investigation you want to do here at all?
Is there so we saw the crumbs. Discovered that deer blood tastes a little bit like candy cane, and that creeps me out.
There was candy cane in the wound. Let's put it that way.
Ooh,
Somebody sharpened a candy cane and
candy cane was the murder weapon?
You may be right, Antoine. You may be onto something.
how I would do it.
Then you eat the evidence.
Yeah.
What? I didn't shank no one. No.
Yeah, no, it's a weapon that, like, I would have imagined that they would probably use an icicle in a place like this because that would just melt away. But a candy cane is a themed second choice.
Very good. And then shoot. Is there any buildings around that were like maybe someone could have seen this happen?
No, it's pretty isolated as it is, but the building itself, there's like a lot of really nice carvings and everything on it, though. One of the carvings you notice actually does have a smear of blood on it.
Okay, let's go investigate that blood.
Okay, so this carving in general, it's all like traditional Christmas stuff, but also like really self-aggrandizing stuff for like Klaus the Conqueror. So it's like, oh, here he is founding the ice fortress, and here he is bringing in the elven workers. And then there's one kind of last carving that you have a bit of a hard time making sense of, because it looks like Klaus literally grabbed a star out of the sky and brought it down to the workshop area, and it's that particular piece on like the mosaic of the carving that someone has rubbed some blood on.
Interesting.
Star is important. The star was taken.
By the way, does it look like Peter's anywhere in any of these carvings?
Yes, eventually he does join the story as well. It's like, Santa founded the thing, had the elves, and then settled down and met this guy, Peter, and they were both very happy, and that's kind of where the carving ends.
I'm sorry, Santa found the thing, so we are confirming that's the storyline here, right?
Well, yes, Santa did take a star from the sky and bring it down. That's at least according to the carving. You don't know if this is another self-aggrandizing story or if that's like
probably
really
the ship that these guys came on, and then he made them slaves.
They're aliens.
Yeah. Why would they be being paid in joy?
Ancient aliens was right.
All right.
Awesome.
So, let's go kick off these interviews. I'm ready to get hostile and start throwing phone books.
All right. So the second you try and leave the stable area, though, the ground under you starts to shudder a little bit. It starts to shudder and shake, and your bones feel cold and very uncomfortable. And suddenly, all those dead deer that were lying on the ground, they're not lying anymore. They're standing up now. Roll initiative.
Like people?
We're gonna fight zombie reindeer.
Yeah,
Yes.
you are. And in the background, you hear the heavy metal cover of "Hark Hear the Bells."
13.
Oh, yeah, initiative.
Okay, yeah, shit, I gotta write all this down.
9.
Antoine 13, Corbin 9, and Vorlin. What'd you get?
17.
Okay, 17. Hot damn, you're quick.
Good. That's the lineup. We that's our go-to lineup, right?
That is, yeah.
Solid. It's solid.
Okay.
It's established routine at this point.
It's solid.
Okay, and the zombie deer, they end up rolling a 15 is what they end up rolling. So, all right, Vorlin, you got the first move.
Okay, so let's rock. Whoa. I'm going through my stuff. You know what? Let's just definitely do dual wield.
Right on.
And I think do I get a sneak attack because I've got initiative on this one?
There's 8 of them in this pen area, so, whichever one isn't looking at you directly.
Honestly, let's just go for the closest one. Let's do a dual wield, and
Sure,
let's go the rapier and the short sword.
Right on. See, this is if we had a map, this would make more sense.
Yeah, it's okay. 16 for
Oh, yeah, that hits.
the rapier.
Oh, yeah, that definitely hits.
And so I'll do a 1d8 for that, plus 3. So that's... Oh, shoot, that's nothing. That's 2 plus 3. It's going to be 5.
Yeah, that one doesn't hit, though.
Oh, great. And then second roll is a 19.
Oh, yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, and that's the short sword. That's gonna be a 1d6 plus 3,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be 6.
Okay, so yeah, you tear into this deer with great speed, the spirit of Yuletoberfest deep in your heart, and you drop this first deer. And again, as you cut into it, no blood actually falls out of this thing because it looks like it has been completely bled dry.
That's disturbing.
Very
Thank
much
you.
so, yeah.
Did that drop that deer?
Oh yeah, that dropped
Oh,
it.
they're vampires.
Vampire deers. All right, so what is it? Antoine, you're next.
Some kind of candy cane scented vampire.
Canpires.
We go there.
Yeah, it's 30 Days of Night. Come on, guys.
Oh, why didn't I do that crossover? Santa versus vampires.
Okay, since this is a one-off episode, a Christmas special, I should probably get my crowd pleaser out of the way early. I want to summon the old guy from Home Alone with the snow shovel.
Yes, that guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to use that for my spiritual weapon.
He's a little sad and a little scary, but he will melt your heart.
Yeah, no. Like, all they have to do is not run, and he'll help them out. And I'll roll a 20.
Oh, fuck yeah. He's like,
Yes.
I saw you the
I haven't
other
rolled a
day.
20 in fucking forever.
No, that's a crit, man. So that means you double whatever damage you do.
Okay, and that's a D8. And that is a 3.
Okay.
Well,
So that's
anticlimactic.
That's 6, but again, because that's like, a holiday character, and this is a holiday thing, and because these deers are barely holding on, Home Alone guy just like slap shots one in the face, and he is out, and so there's another deer taken down.
Oh, don't let me just run away. Call the police.
So that's, what is it, 8 that are now down to 6, and Corbin, it's all on you now.
Okay, so are they all like surrounding us, or are they all like in
Yes.
front of us?
They're surrounding you like in that Simpsons episode. They're gonna take turns hitting you with their horns in a minute.
In that case, I will not attack. Instead, I'll use my turn to like brace for a counter.
Okay, which I actually learned how that works now in between
Good,
games.
because before we were just making it up.
Yeah, now I actually know how that works. So what that means is because you have braced, that means that when I roll for them and they attack you, they have a disadvantage. So you have given them all disadvantage to hit you now.
Oh, okay.
So
Very
yeah,
cool.
so that ain't not bad. So all right, it's the deer's turn now, and
Oh, God.
yeah, they are all going to try and ram you with their horns is what they're going to do. So one is going to try and I'll actually say, yeah, one tries to hit Corbin right now. That is, he takes the lowest of each one. That's a 10, so he rams, misses, and ends up sticking his head into part of the pen. Then another one is going to try and hit you, Antoine. And what's your armor class again?
My armor class is 17.
Yeah.
Save me, old man from Home Alone.
Yeah, damn, you got a good one. All right, so that's 4. Oh, god damn it, am I dropping my D20s? That's a forces. Okay, so that's going to be a 14, so he's not going to be able to hit you. So you're able to, just stop him dead in his tracks with your sheer strength.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's amazing. And one's going to try and hit you, Vorlin, and he is going to end up doing... Okay, that's another 8, so that's... Man, I should really just say they all move together, because if I got to keep rolling for 6, that's going to be a real pain in the ass for me.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to say they all move together now in one thing. I'm going to say they take one more hit, and they're going to try and, hit the guy who hasn't... Or hit the guy who attacked them first, which... would be Vorlin. So that's going to be another 3, and they roll really fucking badly.
Whoops.
Yeah, so oops, that's their turn, and they haven't actually hit anyone yet, but boy, do they look scary. Okay, back to you, Vorlin, your turn again.
Okay, so and they're still pretty close to us, right?
Oh yeah, they're all around you in this pen area.
Okay, what I really want to do is try to grab the one that's closest to me by its antlers, so I can just take my short sword and just stab it right through the head.
All right, roll with advantage then.
Yep.
Because, yeah, you're close enough, I'll say you can do that.
Cool. Oh, 18. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, these guys have like no armor, so yeah.
Okay, sweet. And so that's what I use my short sword. I should have said my rapier. Oh well, 1d6 plus 3. That's going to be a 9.
Okay, yeah. Because these things are weak and bled anyway, you get it like right up under the jaw and everything, and it just goes back to sleep.
That's how I'm like getting through this fight right now. It's just like they're just taking a nap.
Yeah, you're just putting them out of their misery for this long winter nap. So 6 becomes 5, and with that, Antoine, it becomes your turn.
All right, I am going to go at another one with my mace. Just gonna go for a smashy on his noggin.
Smash it up.
All right, rolled a 12.
That actually doesn't hit, their armor class. I will say, because you're in such a small space, your mace gets, like, stuck in the roof as you try and bring it down.
Classic me.
And the old man from Home Alone is just watching you and shaking his head.
You can go away now. I like the bird lady more anyway. I just didn't think quick enough.
All right, Corbin, your turn now.
What was their initiative? What was their speed?
15, but they move after all of you move.
All right, cool.
Just to make it easier.
Just making sure. Yeah, I didn't set it until just now. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Okay. Where are we fighting again?
Again, in a pen area, like in an outdoor farm pen.
Okay, and it's made of wood?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to light it on fire.
Hot damn.
Cool.
I will say.
I mean, if we're in a small enough room that he can get the mace stuck above him when he lifts it, I'm just going to hit my fire fist in the ceiling and light it up.
All right, you do that because you do have a fire fist, and that's a charge. And it's kind of hard for it to start because, you know, you're in the cold Arctic, but eventually all the dry hay around you does catch, and now there is a wall of fire between you guys and the deer. They instinctively jump to the other side because they don't like it.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
This
And
is
damn
true.
it, you find them.
Indeed. Now, are you going to do anything else? Because as a monk-fighter hybrid, you can do, like, so many things. Your turn is never done if you don't want it to be.
Well, I mean, I can attack twice, but only, like, once before I heal. But then I also have, like, all my things that allow me to attack twice, they're, like, one-time only game. So
True.
I will hold on to them.
I
mean, I've got 3. I can do it 4 times, but still.
Okay. So,
Makes sense.
so it is the deer's turn now. And they are going to try, to hit each of you is what they're going to try and do. So, Corbin, that would be a 14. Does that hit you?
My armor class is 14, I believe.
Okay, so they'll do half.
Yes, it is.
So he'll do half damage on a ram. And so he goes through the fire to hit you, and now this thing is on fire, basically doing like a big, glorious suicide attack is what it's trying to do, and that is going to be That's going to do... because it's half that, so it's only going to be 4 ramming damage is what it's going to do. So it's going to smack you for 4.
All right. Does it also take damage from the fire?
Yes, it does, actually. And in fact, I'm going to say that all it had left in it in going through the fire, that was the last of its life, so it drops dead too, and now from 5 to 4. But the other ones still get to move.
See, this is why in Pokemon you use status effects. You just don't go for pure damage.
Wear 'em down.
You whittle them down with the status effects.
Corbin used spikes. It's super effective.
Burn, poison, stealth rock. That shit adds up.
All right, so one is going to try and take a ram at you there, Vorlin, but it only rolled a 10. So I'm going to say it hits you from the fire, but because it was going so fast, it actually completely knocks itself and goes through the other side of the pen, dying on the other side. So from 4 to 3. And, all right, do the other ones get anything? Nope, that's a 2. So again, it goes through the fire, suicide attack, dies. Okay, 1 gets a natural 20 on you, Antoine, so it actually is going to hit this time. And that is...
Yep.
And that's going to be a 12. So it hits you for 12 ramming. So it really knocks the shit out of you, but because it went through Corbin's firewall, it dies too, and now there's only 1 left.
God damn it, I hate Christmas. All right. All right. It's my turn. Do I get to kill something now? I want to kill one of these assholes.
This is so weird.
Yeah, Vorlin's turn now.
So the last one, this is going to be dumb because, I don't know, why not? Is there any way I can maybe glean any information from this thing, like interrogate it in a weird spiritual level?
Roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
Be quick, it's designed from fire.
Yeah, really.
Arcana. Okay, so I got a 16. This is gonna +1. It's gonna make it a 17.
Okay. This looks to be some low-level necromantic magic going on that you've seen before. There's definitely someone here who is in tune with the dark arts and was able to not only raise these things remotely, but basically set like a zombie trap on it that if anyone came poking around for too long, these things would rise up to attack whoever was there.
Okay, so we actually kind of set up so like a trap was set and we set it off.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Now I kill this thing.
Okay, go for it.
Let's go freaking, I want to, same thing again. Let's just grab it by the antler and shove my rapier on this thing.
Okay, roll with advantage.
Oh, see, I knew it was going to catch up with me. That's a 10.
Not enough to hit it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It bucks and it fights you really hard, but then it becomes Antoine's turn.
Oh, yeah. I want to do a line because I'm full of rage now.
You do that line.
All right. I'm going to do a fat rail, and then I'm going to go for one of, I don't care, whichever one's still alive, crossbow, blind coke rage.
All right, there you go.
Crossbow to the face.
Go for it. In fact, yeah, go for it. Do it.
16.
Oh, yeah, that definitely hits. You smack it square between the ears, one to the other, comes out the other side. The cleanest arrow shot you've ever seen.
I'm the strongest man in the world.
So, yes, you have officially slayed all of the zombie deer, and at this point, a couple of, like, the, little elf ranchers and caretakers poke their heads out of, like, barrels that have been around the area. Is it safe to come out yet?
No, everything's on fire.
Oh, no. Should we get water to put it out, maybe?
I put my crossbow on them and I say, don't sneak up on me like that, even though they've said several things already.
I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. It's your village. You guys decide whether you want it to all burn down.
Yeah, we're
not
not your fire department.
The snow will eventually take care of it.
I mean,
You
that's
can't
true.
solve all your problems.
All right, we'll go get water then. So they go and pick up some of the buckets and then leave to get water. And you're just sitting there now in the afterblaze of this thing as this building slowly but surely burns down around you.
I take out a candy cane and like put it in my mouth, but then like put the other end into the fire and then come out.
Oh. You are the coolest fucking dude ever. You can hear other elves watching on from their elf houses. Wow.
I just walk out of the burning building like Bender from Futurama.
The greatest
just
hero.
Completely ablaze, but don't care. Just
the greatest hero the North Pole has ever known. All right, so where do you guys want to go now?
So we knew that, and then there was also
there was the main factory floor, and then there was the sleigh depot.
Up to you guys.
You mentioned the factory leader guy, the factory whatever guy might have a grudge.
Well, that's what you guys
all,
assumed.
I was talking to us. I'm not breaking third law.
You can't talk to me. I'm God.
Just like in the real world.
And as we have proven from this campaign, God doesn't listen to us.
Actively trying to hurt us. All right. Let's go check out the factory floor. I'm all juiced up on Yum Yum, so I can go jack up some elves.
There you go. So you make your way to the toy factory, which is a large, almost longhouse-style building filled with work tables and large arcane clockwork machines and presses working overtime. Though right now, nothing is currently running as you would imagine it would because the area is cordoned off by elves as they're treating this very, very much like a crime scene. The floor is covered in broken glass decorations, splintered wood toys are strewn strewn about, and a very large Christmas tree is lying in the center of in the room. It looks basically like a tornado hit this place.
I'll take off my glasses again, and I say, all right, everybody, we're taking over this investigation. Clear out, but don't leave town.
Okay. Works for us. I mean, we were just kind of waiting for people to come. That's cool. We're going to have Coco. Yay, Coco.
No back talk. I'm keeping your name on file. I'm Detective Monk.
Okay.
We can't really leave town. We live here, and there's like nothing for thousands of miles around us. But okay.
A likely story.
So yeah, they go off and they start making cocoa from what looks to be like a magic cocoa fountain. And as they drink, they are revivified and renewed.
I'll investigate the magic cocoa fountain.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of want to get a hit of that
I'll
too.
go look at the tree and drink from my whiskey flask that I keep in my jacket pocket because I'm getting too old for this shit. I'm
There you
run
go.
down.
All right, so Vorlin and Corbin, you guys help yourself to some cocoa with the rest of the elves, although you realize something perhaps a little too late. When you drink it, you are indeed renewed, and all health that you lost during that fight and all abilities that you expended come back to you. But you also taste something kind of gross in the cocoa, too, like someone may have spiked it.
That's
Okay.
a chin.
Your definition of gross is going to be very, very depending upon our characters.
Yeah, exactly.
It tastes like someone pissed in the cocoa machine.
Oh,
okay.
That's gross for my character.
Yeah.
I'm guessing elf piss. I'm glad I'm over here checking out this tree and not drinking elf piss.
That's a sense.
It's definitely some kind of piss, though you are not a piss expert, so you cannot place the flavor and vintage.
God.
I would ask the other elves if it always tastes like this.
No,
Yeah,
no, it usually tastes like cinnamon and joy. Who would do this to Coco?
Is Joy the person who pissed in your cocoa?
No, Joy's my wife, but that's neither here nor there.
Watching you, Joy.
It just seems like someone's really got it out for Klaus and the elves, I tell ya.
Yeah, no, this person definitely
Yeah.
works here. This is like murder's one thing, but this is like petty and personal. This
Yeah,
is
people just
definitely-
assaulting an office place do not shit on someone's desk. That is something that you do that
Yeah.
a former employee does.
Yeah.
But I just don't know who would have it out for Klaus. He gives gifts to the world and makes people happy. And, he saved us. We were hunted in our homeland for sport. People used our feet as good luck charms. But here we have jobs and room and board.
Did that work?
Oompa,
The
loompa, doompa,
Literally.
doo.
Did the good luck charms
Out
work?
of curiosity,
The reason they
is
kept
there
taking your
any,
feet?
is that a thing?
I mean, debatable. Personally, I've always felt we make our own luck.
Don't leave town, Joy.
Okay.
So,
Not even trying to correct him that that's not his name.
no,
I'm
not
talking to his
anymore.
wife still.
No, he's just done with it. So now, Antoine, you investigated the tree. Roll me either a nature or a perception or investigation and see what you find.
Let's see, which one am I better at? I think I'm 1 nature, 1 perception. Oh, no, I have a 6 perception. Cool, no, I'll do that one.
Yeah.
12.
Alrighty then. So, yeah, the tree definitely fell over, or more likely was pushed over. You're not exactly sure how. You're no woodsman, but a lot of the broken glass and a lot of the broken other stuff either comes from stuff that was on the tree decorating it, or decorations that were broken. And you kind of do a quick little count up there, and it looks like what is it? At least one decoration is unaccounted for, though you can't quite put your finger on it.
Is it the one from the top of the tree?
Give it a look. Yes,
Is
yes,
it literally the only decoration that all trees are required to have?
yes. Actually, you take a couple minutes and you look through all the debris on the floor, and you see that there is no star on that tree.
Alright, blood on the star, look, carving. Missing star. This is all starting to make sense somehow. But you guys put it together, my literate friends.
Gee, if only we had a woodsman who was an expert on trees.
Yeah.
If only. Would Corbin
he's
like
busy
to
I
look?
say
drinking
taking
piss
another
right
sip of
now.
the cocoa. Say taking another sip of the cocoa. Oh,
You know, you get
Like
used to
when
it.
Fry found out the slurm came from that slug.
You know, once you get past the urine, it's not too bad.
Once you get past
I drank blood like 2 minutes ago. This
It's
is not
true.
that weird.
it gets the blood out of my mouth.
How did we get so messed up in this game that we normalized drinking Coco piss, man?
For real.
Santa was right. We need help.
Maybe we are the naughtiest.
We are worse than Ethan, you guys.
Definitely the
Oh my
nastiest.
god, this isn't the Christmas episode. This is the Twilight Zone episode. Bum, 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 bum.
Imagine a
All right.
world.
Is there
All right,
anything else?
all right, you little shits. Where's the star?
I mean, it should be there. It's only like the most important decoration of them all. That's the Star of Infinite Joy.
So everybody in here was watching this, blocking off the area, and nobody thought to look for the star this entire time.
No,
It's your whole life.
In all fairness, they're very tiny. They probably can't even see it up there. Do you guys know it was even up there to begin with?
Well, of course, everyone knows about the Star of Infinite Joy. It's
Okay, this is a cult.
no. It's nothing like that. It's literally an arcane power source. Klaus got it during his time as an adventurer. It's supposed to power the factory for thousands and thousands of years to come. Without the star, we're basically going on backup power. Holy shit! That's what keeps the cold out and the Yetis away. Oh my god!
Please
One of
confirm.
us should
I
go
elbow
question.
Vorlin and then say to him, "Get the bag of infinite holding ready."
Slowly makes a hand gesture to the inside of my jacket.
The Star of Infinite Joy, it feeds Klaus too. It keeps us all young. We've been here for thousands of years, and I mean that's
Stop.
normal for us.
Pause. Rewind. What do you mean feeds Klaus?
It keeps him young. It literally, the joy he makes in the world comes back to him as life force. As long as he's making people happy and making the world a better place, he gets to stay young, which, you know, considering he's just a human, is pretty rare. I mean, most of us other races live long times anyway because of magic bullshit, but, you know, him, he needed a little extra edge. I mean, he's already well over 500 years old as far as I know. In fact, I'm not even sure how old he is.
So this has nothing to do with food?
Not that I know of. Would you like some
Then
Christmas
I've lost
cookies?
interest.
I could get you some Christmas cookies. I think there's some turkeys being made somewhere.
I think you just.
I've regained interest.
Coco.
Need to get that piss cocoa out of my mouth.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't stop. Now you can't have it any other way.
It's like soy milk.
Let's see. Is there still like? There's still like shattered toys all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like someone fucked up the tree, and then the tree smashed all the workstations up.
Okay. Yeah. Can I just do another investigation really quickly around the work area?
Sure.
Am I gonna roll for that?
Investigation or perception.
Or perception?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Well, that's a 16 plus perception. I've got 2 in perception? Good to know.
Right on.
Yeah, 18.
So you look over the work areas and everything, little tools for little hands. You know, there's like toy soldiers and like rocking horses and all sorts of good old-timey toys. Though as you pass one of the machines, something does kind of catch your eye. It's one of those like, oh, one of these things shouldn't be here. There's this weird kind of substance on like one of the machines there. Like you would open it up to service it, and there seems to be this weird gooey substance on the outside.
Well, we've already
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
there, so
It's,
yeah.
it's not as filthy as you think. I promise.
I can't assume anything now, Joel. Now can I?
I guess you can.
Is it GAC? This is a toy factory.
It definitely looks to be the color of GAC. It is bright neon green, actually.
Oh, awesome, GAC.
In his idiocy to always like try to copy other people in his party, Vorlin is now going to be brave and taste it.
You taste gumdrop,
Okay, not that bad.
but like a lot of gumdrop. Like literally, they tried to gum up this machine with a giant gumdrop.
Those insidious bastards.
And the faint taste of elf piss. Also.
I know, I pissed in there for a totally different
That's
reason.
the aftertaste from the thing he's already drinking. It never leaves you.
It's a welcome change for sure.
Yeah, at some point my character still hasn't figured out why he's still holding on to the cup of piss Coco.
Second cup.
Yeah, just absentmindedly been like, yeah, you get past it.
Well, it would be wasteful.
The elves
any
keep
other
coming
way.
up and out of the habit of being nice. They just keep refilling it without him asking.
Stop.
Amazing.
All right, so we got a gumdrop. Oh, by the way, like the star, like it really does feel like necromancy is powering the joy of Klaus.
I mean, I guess you could look at it that way, but necromancy is like evil and all about taking. Klaus has to put good in the world and has to make toys and everything and make people happy, or else it doesn't work. Necromancy's all about taking. The Star of Infinite Joy is about giving and creating joy. But I can see how
Didn't
you
you
could
just
think
say
that.
gives life to Santa? Where's the life coming from?
Well, I mean, I made it sound a lot more sinister. I'm not used to talking to outsiders, That's my problem. No, I assure you it is not sinister in the way you think it is. It's more like the joy keeps him alive and going.
Would Klaus know more about the origins of the inner working of the star than you would as an employee?
I mean, yeah, probably. He was the one who got it during his time as an adventurer. It's like real feather in his cap, real happy about it. But, he wasn't so much that he thought to guard it, because he just put it on the tree every year around all the workers to, inspire us so we could all, bask in its glow.
I mean, he kind of has you by the short and curlies. You have nowhere to go, and you kind of are dependent on him, so he doesn't really have to see you as a threat, which is probably why we have this problem now.
At this point, the elf's eyes go crossed, and it's just like,
I didn't think about it that way. Well,
Steam
shit.
starts coming out of their head and it explodes. But then another elf immediately walks into place and continues the conversation like nothing happened.
I'm starting to see why you guys are on the naughty list. You guys can find a dark cloud in every silver lining, can't you?
You're surrounded by murder and mayhem right now.
We're just trying to free you.
Yeah.
Which one of you is murder and which one of you is mayhem?
We each point at each other a different way.
Yeah, no, I just point at Corbin for both.
Yeah. We both point at Corbin.
It's at this point, too, the little elf says, hey, has anyone actually checked the base of the tree? I swear I screwed it in extra hard. I mean, I know in years past it's come undone, but it's never fallen over like this or anything. I thought I double-checked it.
I'll check it, but you bringing it up out of nowhere makes it sound like you didn't do that well.
So, Antoine, you check it out and you see a very
Do you have
shoddily...
any kind of teleportation abilities?
Do you? No, I don't think you
believe
do, actually. I think
Because I'm just saying, we have a plant expert back at the base.
That's right, you do. Oh, you do have your book, though. You have your Tome of Far Speech.
Oh, yeah.
So you could literally call Trish Ann up if you wanted.
Okay.
You want to rock that?
In this Law and Order episode, she's the one working the morgue.
Literally, she's in the crime lab right now, trying to make eggnog. Oh yes, hello.
Enhance.
Yes. Hello, yes, I'm Trishana. I had to remember that she's all breathy like this, because Joel is bad at lady voices.
All right, Trish, I'm going to get to you straight. We got tree trauma here at the North Pole. Santa's and a Yuletide hellhound vibe right now. I'm going to send you some samples, all right? Give me back. I don't want you to let the DA stop this investigation. I don't care if it's an election cycle.
You do that. You kind of sketch because Antoine's an artist.
Oh my god, from our previous adventures, it is an election cycle.
Holy shit, it actually is too. Oh my god, yeah, pirate
And
election.
of course, I definitely remembered that.
So Antoine starts sketching the thing very carefully. Turns out he's actually a really good artist, and we didn't know that about him. And Trishan gets it on her end, and it takes her a couple minutes, but she eventually writes you back, oh, well, I mean,
mean, there's your problem.
We draw it like it's a fax machine. Just
Yes, it literally comes in.
Oh, well, thank you so much for your magical facts. Well, there's your problem right there. Someone has literally cut the tree completely through. It looks like there's some sort of residue there at the base of the tree.
What the hell is a fax? Oh, it stands for Far Speak Art Exchange.
Ah.
Yes.
Far speak arcane xylophone.
Hey, one of you elves, grab me a baggie, get some gloves over here. I'm gonna package up this residue, send it back to our labs.
They get you the cutest pair of like Christmas gloves. They've got like the strings on them so you can't lose them. And
This force, what's happened? What's happened to this force?
and the baggie is like a to-go baggie, like from like Christmas. Like, oh, here, take some leftovers with you. In fact, there's still a turkey leg in it.
I have the turkey legs of Corbin. And I bag up some of the residue.
It is shiny and sparkly.
All right.
Oh, you're gonna have that on your fingers for like days, man. Even if you wash them.
Yeah. I know how to get glitter off from my time as a stripper in the big city. All right. I wasn't always a cop or whatever I am.
This week.
Antoine's backstory just got a whole lot more interesting.
It's what he really wants for Christmas. Character
It's
development.
My badge back. My badge and my partner. All right. So this silvery substance, any of the elves recognize it?
Well, I mean, I'm no expert or anything, but that looks like a crushed up candy cane.
In fact, they all reach out and pull out candy canes.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. It's candy cane residue. We're all
I'll
covered
open
in
the
it.
Which one of
baggie,
you
dip my
doesn't have-
pinky in it, and rub it on my gums.
You do. It's what is it? It's not the minty kind. It's the strawberry kind.
It's the real shit. It's the real shit right there. That's
Pure.
real candy cane.
If you don't taste this candy cane, we're gonna have a problem.
Oh yeah, they say that to all the elves when we start here.
Gotta get wet. Gotta jump in the pool.
Hey, you see that guy there making train sets? He's my son, actually. You know, sling some train sets, makes a little extra money for the family on the side, lets me know when something big's going down.
Oh, so you guys do get paid in money and not just joy here. Okay.
Hey,
This operation is starting to sound a lot more like Scarface the further we get into this.
hey, everyone needs a side hustle here. Again, we don't work the summer.
It's just a bunch of elves naked making toys at a factory.
Yeah, we work for this really nice lady named Amazon. I think she's a real Amazon.
Too real.
For real.
All right.
So,
we have some murders. All right, guys, we're having fun. It's Christmas time, but we got murders to deal with.
Hope you do. I just won't be able to feel safe again.
Well, we did our job then. Merry
Yeah, we brought the
Christmas.
truth to these guys. This is great.
Yeah, that's the greatest gift of all.
We pretty much figured out everything that's in this area.
More or less. I think there's maybe like one more thing that if you had rolled really, really well for, you could have found. But by and large, you found all the important stuff.
Okay. On the way
Yeah,
out.
fuck it. I haven't rolled yet, and I'm the woodsman guy. Fuck it.
All right,
Let's
go
go.
for it.
It's an 11. And I have 0 nature and 0 investigation, so that gives me nothing.
You realize, man, this is a nice factory.
Nice.
Step aside, guys. I got this. I got nothing. Let's go.
Crack my neck. They're like, I got it. Exit's over there.
All right, so there's two places you haven't been yet in this not North Pole. There's the Sleigh Depot, where there was apparently a big fire and a bunch of supplies got burned up, Klaus was telling you. And there's Klaus's house itself.
Lady.
I wonder if the person who set fire to that is the same person who set fire to the reindeer pens.
Yes. Yes, maybe.
Gee, I wonder who this is for.
Corbin's like, one arsonist to another. This is shabby work. Where's the love?
You're not taking any pride in your work?
All right, you make
I
your,
wouldn't wipe these ashes on my cheeks as war paint. This is disgusting.
so you make your way to the sleigh depot where all the supplies to make the toys and essentially run the town are kept. You smell ash from far away, and as you reach the building, there are actually still some red-hot embers that have not yet gone out yet, and that seem all the more striking against the white snow.
Can we smell any kind of accelerant?
Roll an investigation.
All right.
Borland wants to know how he knows that word accelerant.
I was
19.
going to bring it up.
18. You do not find any accelerant, though with an 18, you do start to realize, Antoine, nothing about this fire really makes sense, because, yeah, usually there's like a point of ingress, you know, where did it start? This fire almost seems magical in origin, like this was some sort of magical fire that they started.
Huh. I see.
I'm going to go for a Hail Mary pass on this. We're up in the North Pole, correct?
Yes.
I am going to whistle for any animal that could possibly come with my animal handling.
All right, go for it.
And then I'm going to investigate the animal and see what it knows.
Okay, go for it.
It's an 18.
Hot damn. So you let out your woodsman call that you do, and a few moments later, a series of adorable Christmas critters, like something out of a Rankin Bass special, show up around you, and they've got little bow ties and little hats and everything, and they're speaking to you in that cute little Simlish animal talk that they do.
Squeak squeaker, squeak squeaking.
This guy knows what's up.
Mm-hmm. Their accents are atrocious. I can't make it out.
But they are still here if you want to try and talk to them, if you want to try and like pantomime or do some shit.
All right,
love
let
it
me
if
see.
you
I still got.
really xenophobic against the animals. Like, go back to where you come from with that accent.
Oh shit! That dice went far away. That is a 14.
Okay, so what are you doing? You're just like asking them what they
I'm
saw?
just trying to ask them what they might have seen.
Okay, so you're doing like the "what did you see" pointing at your eyes, and it takes them a couple minutes. They do that thing dogs do when they're trying to understand, and they crink their necks.
Cock the head.
Yeah, cock the head a little bit. Eventually, though, they do start putting on like a little pantomime show for you, and oh, it's so magical and it's so wonderful. It's a little hard to riddle out, but what you seem to grasp from it is that the other night there was a shipment of stuff that came in, and that they locked it up as they normally do at the end of the day, but much later someone came in and messed with the lock, and then the fire started not long after that.
This is just Lassie now at this point.
What'd you see, girl? Who fell down the well?
Could any of these animals possibly pick out that person who messed with the lock out of a lineup?
They seem to basically said that it was far away, but they do know that it was someone tiny. You get the feeling like they're doing the kind of shrink down thing, like tiny, but then again, it's a place full of elves, so everyone's fucking tiny. But then again, it also does rule out the only two other tall people here, so that helps.
It rules out the only named characters.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. So we even probably haven't even met the freaking real suspect yet. And
well,
now
in
I feel
episodes like this, it's usually the special guest star that's the suspect.
Yeah.
Now that
I
man's
feel bad
watched a lot of
'cause
Law and
I
Order.
originally just assumed that it was going to be Peter.
Santa's
and
jilted lover.
I just need to ask for forgiveness on that one right now from the entire audience.
Don't worry, because there's several Peter red herrings you haven't picked up on yet.
I'm waiting for Clint Howard to show up, and then I'm gonna be like, "That's our guy."
It's gotta be that guy.
Arrest that man. He shouldn't be here.
What else did you want to check?
Oh, you know what? I actually did roll a 19 for my investigation.
Oh shit. Okay, so you do a full walk.
Oh, what the fuck are we doing with these animals now?
Yeah, shit. Well, you do a full
We didn't
walk.
even need them.
Hey,
I grabbed
you
one of
know
them
it's
and
someone
put one in the bag of holding because I think
As a tabaxi, I'm gonna go for the smallest one and just start gnawing on him a little bit. Start batting them around, then lay them at you guys' feet as a gift.
Oh, okay. Well, it is
Spirit
the
of the
holidays.
holidays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. It's a gift for you guys.
So, Vorlin, being a rogue yourself and being a bit of a second story man yourself, you know a pick lock when you see it, and this lock to the storage shed was definitely picked.
Okay, does it look expertly or kind of like haphazardly?
It looks very haphazardly picked. This guy didn't know what they were doing, and in fact, as you look further into the lock, you see more sparkly little candy cane fragments.
Okay, so it's definitely one of these damn elves.
Yeah, it's definitely an elf.
All
right.
You're not sure. Also, too, as you continue to make your way around the general area, you see lumps of coal on the ground, which are kind of hard to distinguish from, like, all the other ember and all the other charred wood. But this coal looks much older and looks like it was actually brought here.
Interesting. Can I take one of the pieces and try to light it on fire?
You certainly do. And the second you pick up that coal, other pieces of coal start moving around you and moving more until eventually they all coalesce together into a massive coal golem.
Colum!
Colum. Roll initiative.
Oh god, it's a Pokemon.
Chorkle.
I got 9.
Okay, shit. I gotta friggin' write this down. I got to keep those numbers in your mind while Joel finds his fucking papers.
Okay.
Finds his fucking papers because he's a goddamn idiot. See, this is why I always like try and copy and paste this. So Borland, Antoine, Corbin. So what was that for each of you guys? That was
I got a 6.
okay, 6.
Oh damn.
Taken by surprise. Corbin,
9.
9. And Vorlin, you had
I also got a 6.
dang. All right, what did Nat King Cole over here get? He got. Thank you for the delayed laughing. God damn it, I dropped my dice. Yeah, you made that joke and my dice fell. Okay, he got an 8 himself, so he's not that much faster than the rest of you. And actually here, I didn't make Coal Monster. Coal Monster is over here on another piece of paper, so I need to get him out and have a look at all the dumb shit he can do. So yes, you're sitting here now in the depot, or in the ashes of what used to be the depot, and there is a giant angry coal golem looking at you, because I had to get a freaking golem in here, because that's our one-a-campaign.
Need a golem.
Need a golem, that's the rules. Golem. Alright, so, Corbin, you move first. What are you gonna do to the golem?
Which has never been said before.
A lot of firsts here on Capes and Quest Christmas Edition.
I am going to punch it, not activating any weapons because poison's not going to work against a golem, and this thing is powered by fire. So I will punch it in one of its kneecaps.
Good idea. Go for it.
That is, not good. Let's see, I add strength to this, correct?
Yes.
It's been a while since I did just a normal attack. It's only a 9.
9, okay. So no, you do not hit the golem. You slip on the ice, try that you might, and you end up not hitting the golem, and it kind of laughs at you. Ho, 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 ho.
Okay.
And with that, whose turn does it become?
Golem.
We were tied for 6.
Golem.
Yeah, I guess it is, because he rolled an 8, and because I don't have to deal with all the other bullshit. Yeah, the coal golem will move, and he is going to try and take a smack at you, Corbin, because you were the guy who attacked him previously. Oh, he has so many attacks. What attack is he going to do? All right, he's going to basically try and body slam you, is what he's going to try and do, and that is going to be a 14, which is your armor
Tied.
class. Okay, tied exactly. Yep. So he's only going to end up doing half damage, and this is going to be some nasty damage is what this is going to be. That's going to be 2d8 plus 5 fire damage, so that's going to be, oh no, that was the wrong dice. That's going to be 4 plus 2, or 6.
So 11 by half.
Yeah.
So
well, actually, no, that was 12.
5 or 6.
Yeah, 6. It was 6. So you take 6 damage. He picks you up a little, and you get seared a little by his hot coal body. Which, again, are words I don't think anyone has ever said out loud, but here we go.
Suddenly, Joel made this boss kind of sexy.
Deeply.
Yeah.
all the horny monster fuckers out there are gonna love this monster.
I'm just imagining a hot body on somebody named Cole.
Yeah.
Which, FYI,
in our head.
FYI, before I settled on Capes and Quest, that was gonna be the other title of this show, the horny monster fuckers.
Oh man, that would have been a self-fulfilling prophecy. You name it that, we'd have to do it.
Little bit. All right. So Vorlin and Antoine, you guys both got 6. So who wants to go first?
I'll let Vorlin go first since he has 2 weapons.
Okay, I'm gonna be a dick and just hit this guy with my draconic breath really quickly.
That's right. You have an ice attack. Fuck yeah.
Yes.
That will do double then. Whatever damage you do will do double.
Okay, so am I just rolling a regular 20 for this?
No, actually, because this is a save or suck roll, you don't have to do anything. I have to do something. If he gets over 15, it's half damage, but if he gets under 15, he takes the full damage.
Okay.
So that is going to be 3. So he takes full damage of your ice breath, and you double it because it's ice. So, yeah.
Yeah, baby.
So the DC of the saving roll is 8 plus your Constitution modifier plus your proficiency bonus. A creature takes 2d damage on a failed save, and half as much damage on a successful one. So it's 2d6?
Yeah, so roll 6 2 times, and then, add it together.
Okay, so I got 4 and 3. We're going to call that a 7.
Okay, so that's 14 ice damage it takes.
Sweet.
So yeah, you blow a frigid blast of icy air at this thing, and it smacks it full force like it's never been smacked before. And in fact, the fire that was engulfing its body and giving it that extra oomph of power goes out, and now it's weak and emaciated, and coal starts dripping off it. And yeah, that was the perfect attack.
In keeping with the sexy hot coal. Yeah, you like that bitch?
Cool, no. All right, so Antoine, you know, buddy.
I am going to try to mace one of his kneecaps.
Good call.
The beautiful bastard. All right, and that's going to be a 13.
Yeah, that's enough to hit. I'm gonna say.
All right, D6 plus 3, 4, 7.
7 damage altogether. Yeah, you whack the shit out of its kneecap, and it gets taken down to one knee, and no pun intended, but it's definitely on its last legs now. It's extra brittle even because it lost coal armor, and it doesn't have the fire inside it anymore that's driving it. And yeah, that will be the end of that.
Oh, yay. Yeah,
sweet.
Cold.
All right.
If I knew that was the killing blow, I would have said something like "cold world we live in" or something like that. Damn it! All right, I want to use "speak to the dead," speak with the dead, so we can hear me say that.
Okay. I was gonna say the coal golem is a mindless construct, is the thing. So like literally,
you wake up, you son of a bitch! Ah.
Literally, what it was.
I could set it on fire again, see if that brings it back.
It rose like the phoenix.
And one more thing.
Just bring them back to fight them all over again.
Cool. Didn't know it was dumb enough. Cool. So yeah, there you go.
Hold on. Shove the coal golem's remains in the bag of holding. We will try to reassemble it back at home.
Ooh.
And then we can just, I don't know, maybe make it our pet, make it our like guard golem.
There you go.
Wait. Isn't there a control scroll in the golem? Shouldn't there be a control scroll with some kind of clue?
Those were mechanical golems that you guys fought before. Those were like weird halfling things. This is a more traditional magic golem, like someone with magic power made this.
Made of clay, and then you shove a control scroll in its mouth, and
that's literally what golems are.
You dig around a little bit, and you do eventually end up finding one piece of coal with a strange symbol on it that actually looks kind of familiar. It's the star that you saw before, but kind of like inverted. It's an inverted version of the star that you've been seeing all over the place.
Some kind of anti-Santa.
Anti-Claus.
Nega-Claus.
Nega-Claus.
I'm just wondering, but are we positive that this is an inverted symbol and we're not just holding this coal upside down?
Yeah, we're not just dumb.
No, it is actually an inverted symbol. For once, you guys actually double-checked.
There's a dot on the bottom letting us know how to hold it up.
Just like on a dice, so you know the difference between a 6 and a 9.
Perfect.
All right, so I'm gonna pocket this. Hold on to it. Just so in case we come across this symbol again, or like if this coal still has any kind of magic imbued in it, so we can remake our own golem.
There you go.
Also, this keeps monster fucking on the table.
Yes.
Also that, this keeps the promise.
I wasn't even thinking about that, but his mind hasn't left it, so I'm gonna roll with him. He's my boy.
This Christmas, the D20 Degenerates create the world's first real doll.
Oh, God.
And thus Yuletoberfest was said. I love I started calling this Yuletoberfest, and it's like, fuck it, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas. You just can't keep it. It's easier. It's easier.
It's breaking down. All right, so where do you guys want to go now?
So I guess we're heading to Klaus's homestead now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go see.
You do
his-
realize that if you're calling this Christmas, though, that means that Jesus technically exists within this world, meaning you just wrote the season finale.
Oh. Not only does Jesus exist, but I'm sure if I punched in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition Jesus stats, I'm sure that would exist and that would be a thing.
Wait, let me guess. When he starts like changing colors, we know he's really close to dying, and then he comes back after we think we won.
3 days.
Yeah, second form.
3 days later,
Rolls later.
Jesus resurrects. He's got the water walk spell.
This is literally just the final fight of a Final Fantasy game, where it's like, oh, gotta fight God.
Every time. So, all right. So you make your way up through the Winter Village town square there. More elves are going about their business. You find your way to Klaus's cabin, a warm, homey-style hunting lodge. The door is actually open, ajar there, and inside you can hear Klaus still arguing with his special friend Peter. Mainly, Peter is mad that after 500 years he still calls him his special friend. Yeah.
Wow.
Is it not legal up here? You guys have like no government up here. You can just get married.
Oh, look, I'm under a lot of pressure. Oh, you were cool when we met. What happened, Peter? I want to be more than just a special friend, God. That's what I want for Yuletoberfest. Oh, there he goes again. And yeah, they're just arguing away up in the place. And I assuming you just walk through the door there because it is open ajar.
Peter, this is toxic. Leave him. He's never going to give you what you want out of this relationship. Stop meeting him halfway if he's not even going to leave the yard.
You're better than that, Peter. We all agree.
Better than that, bro.
He's
look
married-
at you. You look good. Why you too dark to be up here? There's no sunlight up here, bro. You should go down further south. What's happening?
You know, it's just he's married to the job, and that's the problem, you know? I'll always
You
be
found
second.
somebody who's going to be married to the you.
I think you're on to something, Antoine. Thanks a lot. Which I assume you're saying, like, at a window, because he's in there and now he's talking to you.
I'm going to bang Peter before we leave, guys.
I'd like that. Good old-fashioned revenge lay. That'll show him. But, yeah, as you walk through the door there that hangs open, you see there's a fireplace going there, popping popcorn, no doubt for popcorn garlands. Some other interesting things you see as you look around. On the walls, there are a number of very beautifully well-done portraits, assumedly painted by Peter himself there, and they all have these beautiful little gold displays at the bottom with the titles, and essentially this looks to be like a visual history of Klaus and his ice fortress. But interestingly enough, what you see here in these paintings actually tells a somewhat different story than the story Scrunch told and the one you saw in the carvings.
Interesting.
All right, so is this going to be revealed that like Santa's first elf, the first of the elves, is going to be the one who is doing all these murders?
Well, as you look around, at all the different paintings there, a story does begin to form. One painting after another. You see that at the founding of the ice fortress, Klaus was not actually alone. Klaus the Conqueror seemed like he had a best friend and a business partner that was hanging out with him, and this guy is a kind of shorter, kind of more nebbishy looking goat man with horns and a beard and everything, and they look thick as thieves when this thing started. You see him hanging out with the elves, this goat guy, just having a great time with them, but then Peter enters the scene, and suddenly this goat guy gets smaller and smaller in the portraits and moves further and further into the background, and you can see a bit of disgruntlement forming on this guy's face till eventually you just don't see him at all anymore in the portraits as you get up to modern times and the newer ones.
Oh no. Santa, bros before hoes. No offense, Peter. What did you do?
Oh, I guess you found out about Krampus claws, huh?
Knew it was Krampus.
Krampus was, well, he was Klaus's brother, you see, well, half-brother, technically. Their mother had a very active social life. They were thick as thieves, they were adventuring buddies, they did everything together. The problem is that, you know, Krampus and Klaus, they had two very different ideas about how Yuletoberfest should be run. You know, my Klaus, God bless him, he's just such a giving, charitable man. He wanted to give back and try and make the world a nicer place for joy, where Krampus, he was a bit of an odd duck. He was kind of in it more for, well, the punishment, basically. Yeah, that was kind of his thing. And, well, that divide just got bigger and bigger over the years, and eventually Klaus kind of sent him away.
Sent him away how?
Well, he sent him to where he sends all of his failed inventions, the Isle of Misfit Toys.
Man.
Dude.
That sucks, Santa.
Well, Santa just needs to open up his heart a little bit more and really rededicate himself to your relationship, I feel.
At this point, Klaus comes walking. Ho, what's going on here? Did you find anything?
Cut the crap,
Hey, you're a
Klaus.
dick.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was called Klaus the Conqueror. I thought you three of anyone would appreciate a guy with a dark past trying to do better and trying to make the world a better place. Oh.
You
We
know, when
don't
we
have
first...
dark past, we have dark presents.
Yeah, no. That we aren't ashamed of and hide.
Get to
Like,
be
we're very upfront
900
about.
and then you'll see. Look, what did you find?
Well, first of all, I just want to mention the fact that, like, sure, we might be murderers, but we murder together, and that makes our relationship stronger.
Yeah.
So maybe
this
you need
is-
to start looking at it from that point of view, or at least look at it from Peter's point of view.
Yeah,
Maybe
take-
he wants to
take
be
Peter
included a
with
little bit more. Yeah.
Klaus the Conqueror starts face palming at this point. It's like, oh, you told them about Krampus, didn't you? Oh, jeez, I knew this one was gonna bite me in the ass. Look, that was not this cowboy's greatest moment, but you didn't know him like I did. Look, he was half devil, for crying out loud. Come on, he was in it for the punishment. He loved stuffing children in sacks and beating them with birch rods. Come on.
Your last name's the Conqueror.
Yeah.
Do this all day.
Yeah, but I'm like trying to do a rebrand, you know? I want to be like the spirit of giving and shit.
Yeah, and I didn't want to bring this up when we got here, but your first name is Klaus.
I
That's never gonna sell well.
should probably change it. How does Santo, the Saint, Santos class? You know, I'll work on it.
I don't like how close you're getting to Satan.
Yeah, no, I got a card. I got a buddy, PR firm. He'll get you sorted out with this whole branding issue you're having.
Oh, good. You know, maybe something to streamline my story too, because it feels like it's all over the fucking place. Like some, you know, dumbass Canadian desperately tried to jury rig something together at the last minute.
I'm
What's
thinking
a Canada?
Larry with a period.
Oh, there's lots of other dimensions out there. In fact, the Isle of Misfit Toys, that's a dimension in and of itself. I don't actually think it could be Krampus fucking with me, because he's locked away good and tight. Like, literally nothing could get him out of there. What else did you
Last time
find?
you checked on that.
But trust me, we are brothers, we are blood brothers. I would know if he entered this realm.
I think we need to show him the evidence that we found from the star, the blood-soaked star, and the upside-down inverted coal star.
Whoa. Toss him to Cole. Ask him if the symbol means anything to him. What's going on with that? Why is it upside down?
Well, it's a perversion of my symbol, which would be something that Krampus would do, or at the very least, someone who was worshipping Krampus, someone perhaps trying to do his bidding here and now in the prime material realm. What else did you find? Anything in particular?
Zombie
How
reindeer?
tall is the Krampus?
Oh, he's like 8 feet tall. He's like massive.
Okay, so that wasn't him.
Like he hunches, so like he doesn't look that tall, but like when he actually stands up, you know, gets that from his father's side of the family.
I start walking closer to him, and I pull out a bag of the candy cane dust, and I start shaking it around him.
No frickin' shit. Well, no elf would ever use a candy cane like that. They would eat it whole. They wouldn't break it up or anything. Look, did you find any other confections out there?
Also,
Some cookie dust, some cookie crumbs,
Wait,
we found
what kind of cookie?
cookie crisp. I mean, gingerbread cookie.
So we kind of have that usual suspects moment where you realize that this North Pole place has been filled with different cookies, sugar cookies, Christmas cookies, warm chocolate chip cookies. You have seen no gingerbread except for those crumbs, and Santa's having a bit of an existential crisis now. No frickin' shit. Gingerbread has been banned in my ice fortress.
I grabbed Klaus and I started shaking him. I'm like, tell us, spit it out.
You know
I
what?
grabbed Peter and I started shaking him too, but like slowly and with eye contact.
Yeah.
Klaus looks at Peter. You know what? For once, this one actually isn't my fault. You know what, Peter? You want to tell them why gingerbread is banned, why I banned it in the North Pole? And Peter looks really upset at this point. He's like, oh, that's maybe the darkest point in my entire life. He takes you into the kitchen area where, again, you see he has like all sorts of confections going on. He basically seems to bake everything at the North Pole. And he's like, so the star of infinite of infinite joy, yes, it keeps us young, it prolongs us, it does all these other things. Well, it has side powers too. Toys that stay here too long, anything that is in the shape of humanity will eventually grow a soul and come to life, and we learned this in the worst way possible. We made 12 gingerbread one year, and well, I was just so busy, and I got distracted, and well, they were in there for too long, and they burned, and even though 12 went in the oven, only one came out, and he was scarred and changed, more monster than Cookie, driven mad after eating his siblings to survive, and we called him Scorchy the Gingerbread Man.
I would like to pause for a moment and please point out to everybody how beautiful the line is, more monster than Cookie.
Thank you. I'm pulling this shit out of my ass.
That is
I would
poetry.
also like to point out that when we found the crumbs, I did kind of say it's the Ginger Dead Man.
You were more right than you knew, Josh. You guessed it in one.
Hot damn, that did happen.
And it was before my rail?
Yeah, really. Klaus cuts in here at some point. He's like, Scorchy was a mad cookie, you know. He just couldn't be stopped, everything that had happened to him. We tried to set him up someplace safe, somewhere that he couldn't be a danger to himself and others. So we sent him to the old coal mine. You know, back in the days, bad children, they received coal. I don't really do that anymore, because the whole coal thing seemed to be more work than it was worth. But, I mean, by all rights, he should still be there. But now it's all starting to make sense. I think...
Klaus, man, get it together. What is going on with you, dog? You were just as messed up as Krampus. You put a cookie in a coal mine?
He was a bad cookie, a very bad cookie.
What was he gonna do? How was he gonna get a pickaxe? His size. That's crazy. Santa, you're crazy.
Have you ever seen what a gingerbread man can do with a candy cane? Can sharpen it into a fucking shiv good enough to slash reindeer throats?
Well, that sounds
Really
a
feels
big
like you
piece
should
of
have told
puzzle.
us that, like, after the reindeer throats had been slashed.
I love that we definitely went to every place we shouldn't have first. This all worked out great.
We should just came to his house first.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't have known if you didn't have the evidence. It's also here. Peter too says, was there anything else strange happening? Anything at all? I feel responsible for making Scorchy. Was there anything else?
Well,
Yeah,
one,
someone
yes, you
pissed
are.
in your fountain.
Oh
Yes.
no!
Which, by the way, I'm still holding that cup because this keeps getting refilled.
You're so sweet, Forlin. You don't want to be rude.
Toss it in Peter's face, and then another like elf comes over and refills my cup again.
Hey, here you go.
It's at this point.
I get why Santa doesn't want to marry him now.
I know, and he's such a good dude. It's at this point too. Peter starts like looking through his baking stuff and everything. He's like, oh no, one of my magic books is missing, and we see left behind there on the table gingerbread crumbs.
Dun dun dun.
Is this a magic book or like a book full of magic spells?
Both. It's a book of my own creation. It's recipes that are magical, spells that are magical, you know, just general musings and everything. You don't think reindeer blood, the star, wasn't the sleigh depot bringing in some wishing wood this week? Oh God, if he had all three of those, he could open a portal to the Isle of Misfit Toys. He could bring Krampus back.
Awesome. We just were.
I really want to see that.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We probably should just let him do it.
That sounds super exciting.
Klaus is like, look, if Krampus comes back, he is so mad and so pissed, and he's almost as powerful as me. It would be the end of Yuletoberfest as we know it. All the children would be sad, and you wouldn't get your wishes, and you'd still be on the naughty list. So you better go stop him.
But my Kwanzaa.
I mean,
would
if he stops
continue.
you, the naughty list really means nothing. I mean, real talk, I didn't even know you existed until today, so this naughty list is really not panning out in any way, shape, or form.
Are you?
Yeah, and if he comes after us for being naughty, we'll just knock him off.
Are you?
He's probably going to reward us for being on the naughty list. I think this is a win for us, guys.
Corbett
Isn't he on
Hogdoll?
our side?
Corbett Hogdoll, are you really so completely and utterly heartless that you would ruin
Yes.
Yuletoberfest? But what about your friends? What about little Athena and little Scrunch? They'll be so
God.
upset
Ooh.
without Christmas.
And invoked the great name of Scrunch, and now I feel bad
Oh,
about
I
this.
hate this. I hate you. I hate you. After this, if I can
All right.
kill you, I am. All right.
Guys, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but for Scrunch.
Save Christmas.
Somewhere Scrunch's green ears
Isn't
perk up.
Scrunch Jewish?
Now I'm trying to think of what Scrunch would say in this situation. Hey man, you
Yeah,
know,
put you on the spot, motherfucker.
Hey man, you know, everybody loves Yuletoberfest. It's a time for everyone to come together and worship Klaus, from your Jewish goblins to everyone in between. Everybody loves Yuletoberfest.
Well,
Those
Scratch, I'm
words
with you,
are
except for
honest.
the worship Klaus. You know, on this party barge, you worship no gods, no man. All right, let's save Christmas, guys.
All right, so Santa jots you down a quick little map to the coal mine, and it's beyond the reaches of the Holly Forest, not too far from here.
You don't have like a snowmobile or anything we can take to get us there faster? You
How
gotta
about
have
some reindeer? Oh, wait, never mind.
Oh yeah, because you're bad at telling us things. And all right, let's just go.
All right. You can take some of my moose team, and then he whistles, and before you know it, 3 big honking mooses with saddles show up. That's Skippy, Patches, and Montel.
I'm taking Patches.
I'm taking Montel. Your name's now Murder Fist.
The moose is like, "Hey, thanks, Antoine. I can talk. Murderfist sounds great."
This is not a buddy comedy. You quiet.
Oh, okay.
We are way over time. There's no time for talking moose.
To introduce new characters. All right, then. So off you go, then, to the coal mine. So yeah, you ride through the wilderness, through the holly forest, up the gumdrop mounds, and eventually you do manage to reach the old coal mine, a creepy, deserted place there with one lone shaft there that seems to be the only way down.
Giggity.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess, shoot, I want to do a perception before jumping down.
All right, go for it.
I immediately jumped down.
All right, you jump down, and it's the big slide from Nightmare Before Christmas. It's the Oogie Boogie slide.
All right, so I have a quick question. If I use my daylight spell before I jump down, does the daylight follow me down?
Yes. Yes, it does.
All right. So I want to do my daylight spell, and I want to get on the slide.
Sounds good. So, all right. So, you jump down. Antoine jumps down. Corbin jumps down. Roll me dexterities to see how the slide. treats.
Vorlin did a perception check.
Oh yeah.
And then you jumped, so I'm pretty sure that went out the window.
Yeah, you
Well, I mean, you can still keep doing it.
I mean, I will say Vorlin stayed behind because he was still looking, and while he was looking and investigating, you guys jumped right down. So
Oh, yeah, YOLO.
yeah, so
Guys!
the two people who jumped have to roll dexterity, and Vorlin does not.
15.
Okay.
Whereas my dexterity? 6.
Okay, so Antoine...
Not great.
No, so Antoine, using your deft cat-like reflexes, you are able to keep it together and land very gracefully at the bottom of this tube slide, very narrowly reaching what poor Corbin ends up falling directly into, and that is a big vat of piping hot butterscotch.
Delicious!
I drink my way out.
You also take 5 burning damage from the hot butterscotch, but you're having a great time, so you don't care.
There's no piss in it.
No piss in it.
Does food heal me?
Magic food heals you. This is just regular hot as fuck butterscotch.
Am I hearing any noises from the top of them landing into the burning hot butterscotch?
You hear a big schlop.
Vorlin is now scared to jump down.
What
I like the idea that there's a vat of magic butterscotch right next to the vat of regular butterscotch that you fell into.
Oh, if you had just fallen into the proper one. Hey, if you saved any Coco, if Vorlin still has his Coco, that can heal you.
Oh, I got a bag of Coke.
There you go. No, Coco, the other stuff.
Oh.
My piss Coco.
Yeah, your piss Coco still has healing properties despite tasting bad.
Slides down with his cup.
Can't believe I did this. Yeah, I'm gonna head down the slide.
All right, roll a dexterity to see if you also land in the butterscotch.
Shit.
I drank all the butterscotch. He's just gonna fall in the empty pan now.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, yeah, you take no damage either way because there's no hot butterscotch.
Dude, you just saved my life because I really did roll a 1.
Well, there you go.
Thank you.
You were this close to drowning in butterscotch.
Oh god, if that's how you died on Christmas.
And by the way, I offer some of the Coco to Corbin.
There you go. So you get.
The old witch was right. This is how I die.
So you drink
that old fortune teller.
So you drink the Coco, and you not only get your health back, but you also get any moves you expended in the coal monster fight.
I haven't done shit, so I'm fine.
It's just that good.
I've been saving it all.
So yeah, here you are in the depths of Klaus's old coal mine, a place that would be creepy enough already because it's an abandoned mine, but the more and deeper you go into it, the more horrifying this place becomes. The walls are lined with what you can only assume is fresh moose blood, as well as dolls with their eyes taken out, impaled on like sharpened, lollipop sticks. So like gore and candy seems to be the genuine feeling of the day in this place.
That's my favorite Nine Inch Nails album.
Gore and candy. And the closer you get there, the more and more you walk, you start to hear a shrill voice reverberating off the tunnel walls. Rise! Rise now, King of Darkness! Rise and bring Oktoberfest back to me, the true believer!
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, so he can't see us yet, right? So we have the element of surprise.
No, but it definitely sounds like he's conducting a magic ritual right now.
All right, so can we head into that chamber? Like, is this back to us if we enter the room?
Currently, yes. You see from the room where you're standing in, he has several torches all lit up with this bright lime green flame that they're doing. He's drawn that inverted star on the floor in moose blood, and you see he has a block of wood from the sleigh that he's kind of put together, and he's put the star on top of it, and he's doing some sort of dark arcane ritual while reading from Peter's stolen book.
Corbin, eat this motherfucker, man.
Yeah, that's literally what I was gonna do.
Yeah. We have a Corbin.
I walk up to him and just
You gotta sneak if that's the thing there. Try and sneak.
Okay. Well, I got 1 on stealth, so unless I can
stealth.
use survival instead. Oh wow, I got 3, so that makes a 4. Wow, here come all the bad rolls.
Okay, so you try your best to sneak, but you end up accidentally, stepping on a bunch of Legos that are all across the ground as a kind of protective Christmas perimeter.
Oh!
Yeah, ow. To which at this point, Scorchy the ginger dead man stops and he looks at you and you see his horrifying face. He's like Two-Face. It's like burnt on one side because he's a burnt up gingerbread man. And he's got like a candy cane shiv in his hands and he looks at you with his shrill voice. He's like, "Oh, heroes, I thought it was only a matter of time before Klaus sent you to stop me, but you're too late. The ritual is almost done and Krampus will
I
live
burn a
again."
key point to disengage from this conversation, and I keep going towards him.
There you can only disengage to go back. You can't go further with disengage. You can only leave the room, but you can walk away and just be like, "I'm done with this."
Wait, is there any more of that elf piss left?
No,
Oh, damn it.
there's no more elves here to refill the mug. I have the mug, though.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, I throw the mug at him.
All right, do a dexterity to see how you.
Dexterity is what now? Okay, so that's going to come out to a 12.
12. Okay, you throw it at him, and he just deftly manages to dodge it out of the way at the last second. He's like, "Oh, I see what you're trying to do there. You think because I'm a cookie you can melt me with hot drinks. Well, guess what? I'm stronger than the average cookie. I ate my brothers and sisters, and they made me strong. I'm not only faster than any gingerbread man, I'm stronger too, and I'm going to turn your guts into my decorations."
Yeah, real quick though, what's 2 times 0 stronger than the average cookie? What do you mean?
Also, in all of this, I look at Corbin and go, "Dude, I was pretty attached to that mug now."
Oh.
To which Scorchy the gingerbread man, when you say that to him, Corbin is like, "Try me and find out."
Right?
Wait, I just realized it has to have been his piss, so it won't even do anything against him.
No, I got that piss from elsewhere.
Where do you get
Why?
this from, dude?
You're messed up.
Yes, I am. I'm a very bad psychotic cookie. Holy shit.
Evil.
Yeah.
Hey, so just wondering, but do you ever get like nightmares about being trapped in that oven and burning?
Every night. Every night.
Cool,
since
I light my fist on fire.
Okay. Oh shit. All right, it's on. But still, y'all gotta roll for initiatives first, and I also need to roll for.
Here.
Oh, I was going more for like psychological damage, but sure.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, he's definitely freaked out. Okay, so that's 6 for Corbin,
7.
7
4
for Antoine. Wow, everyone rolled low. He only rolled a 10.
Yeah.
All right, so he gets to roll.
Oh wait, what was? Oh wait, did everybody say their numbers?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
So yeah, he gets really freaked out by what you're doing there, but because he gets to move first, he's like, you think I'm scared of the fire? I was born in the fire! To which then he throws up his hands and he does a magic spell where all the torches around you start to like get really out of control and start like kind of moving all over the place. And oh, they smell like cinnamon.
Oh, I should ask, is there like a place where like the inverted ritual is like on the floor somewhere?
Yes,
in this room?
it's under him, yeah.
Okay.
He's standing in the like magical circle now. He's got the book off to the side. The star is behind him on like a clump of wishing wood, which you guys never actually found what the wishing wood was about, but that's there too.
Okay.
But that's another
feel-
thing that's in the room.
Okay.
Wood used for granting wishes.
It's basically, if you had found it in the sleigh thing, the idea is that this is how Klaus and the elves always know what to cast for people. It's your heart desire in toy form. So it's, they always know who gets the right gift. And for Scorchy, that gift is the end of Yuletoberfest and the return of Krampus, his dark god.
But in
Okay.
toy form?
Well, I like.
So he gets like what, like an action playset of this shit happening?
Well, that's what the deer blood and the star is for, and the magic book. It's all these things together.
Okay.
He's overclocking and hacking the Christmas magic power is what he's doing for dark purposes.
Oh, now it's in terms I understand. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
really. All right, so let's see what this is. Flames, same throws. Okay, so this is actually this is like your dragon breath, Corbin, but this is a save or suck for all of you. So everyone, roll me a d20, and if you get over 15, you're safe. If you get under 15, you get hit.
I got 16. I finally got a good roll.
Hot damn. All right.
I knew this was going to happen. I got a 3.
3. Okay.
I'm paying the price for all my my good rolls earlier.
Yeah, I got a 10.
Okay, so Antoine and Vorlin, the flames from the torches end up licking at your bodies, and they end up doing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They do 10. They do 10 fire damage to you.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, as your body gets licked by these horrible green flames, and Scorchy is just sitting there laughing like the mad cookie. He is, ha 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 ha! I burned you good. Now he's just the.
How many torches are there?
There's like a bunch of them all set up in the room. It's what's lighting it. There's like 3 on one side and 3 on the other.
It's not too much.
No, and the fire smells like cinnamon too. I should add. It's literally fireball.
Oh, gross. He has to die, you guys. That's the worst. All right.
Yeah, it is the most. Yeah, it's just evil.
Yeah, it's just pure.
There's nothing off. Yeah, it's the wrong type of reminiscent of the holiday scent that you want. It's not Fireball whiskey.
Yeah, nice.
All right, Antoine, you get to move next, actually.
All right, I'm going to hit this little shit with a guiding bolt.
Oh, nice. Go for it.
See, got a 14.
14. Ooh, that just misses him.
Damn it.
But good idea, though, to use the spell. Yeah, your spell goes long and just lands over his head. Maybe you're getting some necromantic interference from all the evil in this room. Your holy magic is off its game. But
should we just be pouncing around trying to eat this guy? Everybody just trying to munch on him like it's a commercial for gingerbread men?
All right, so Corbin, it's your turn then after that.
I'm going to eat the fire.
Eat the fire? Okay. What is the roll for eat the fire? I guess it's a constitution check is what it should be. So yeah, roll a d20 and add your constitution.
Okay.
What the hell is constitution? I have never used that. Okay. That is going to be a 20.
Okay, so
not a natural. Not a natural. I should point that out.
So you go over to one of the torches, you pick it up, and like a skilled Las Vegas magician, you just down your gullet and take it out, and it's completely out now. So there you go. You did it. You defeated the fire.
Yay!
Yay! You beat fire.
Good.
I'm sorry, dude. So Corbin, do you think like the fire is like fueling his power?
What?
Oh, what?
Okay.
Someone mentioned whiskey, and I was like, I'll try it.
I'll try it. Yes, Borland, it's you now.
Cool. I am going to shoot. I've been sipping on that stuff before I gave it to Corbin, and he ruined my favorite mug.
It had a kitty on it.
Did it renew my powers before I came in here?
Yes, it did.
Sweet. Let's hit this guy with another Draconic Breath.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, yeah,
Which
it
means...
renewed your powers. I really regret not drinking piss for the first time in my life. I can say that.
Yeah, he only rolls a 13, so he will end up taking the full force of this attack. And in fact, because he is also powered by the fire too, I will say not only does he take double damage, but because this shock blast of cold air in this area, all the torches go out too when you hit him.
Sweet.
Oh, I could have just waited on that.
Sorry, dude.
Hey, it was worth a try.
Yeah.
You proved it could be done.
Yes.
On top of that, I'm going to throw a Hunter's Mark on this guy.
Ooh.
So I get an extra 1d6 damage.
You got to put the Hunter's Mark on before you do the thing.
Wow, crap. Bummer. Okay, so we're just going to roll 2d6 then.
Yeah, but double it because, yeah.
Okay. 6, so it's going to be 12.
Ooh, hot damn. So yeah, you actually knock him off, you knock him out of the circle actually because you hit him so hard. And he stands up there for a second. He's like, "What are you trying to do? Turn me into a popsicle? Some of my best friends are popsicles."
You don't have friends.
Yeah, I can't wait to kill this guy.
What does that mean? I don't know. I'm fucking crazy. So there you go. And I guess with that, it actually becomes Scorchy's turn again. And he's like, "You like my decorations? You're gonna love my decorations." And he again waves his hands around in a magical manner, and the floor under you with all those Lego pieces, you start to hear slithering, like the slithering of a snake. But it's not snakes. It's that tinsel stuff that you wrap your tree with. Is what it is, and that stuff is going to try and jump up and try and strangle you all. Is what it's going to do. Give me dexterity checks, everyone, to see if you get taken by the tinsel snakes.
I only got 13.
Jesus Christ. 1.
So, sorry, what was that, Antoine?
15.
Okay, 15. You are able to dodge out of the way of the tinsel snakes. Vorlin and Corbin, you guys end up getting strangled by the tinsel snakes, and you guys end up taking 2, 4... You guys take 6 damage of choking.
I am so angry that I took damage from tinsel.
Yeah, really, just choking the shit out of you. How's that make you feel?
Yeah, that's right. Choke on the tinsel. Choke it good.
There you go. So,
whose turn is it next after that?
Whoa.
That was weird. What
Hot
happened?
mic.
oh, did we lose everyone? What happened?
No, we're still here. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hello?
All right, cool.
Yeah, we could hear you too much.
That was weird. That was fucked
It was
up.
very drive-through-y.
Well, that will definitely be a fix and post.
Oh, yeah, gotta check. God damn it, now I have to edit. I didn't want to edit this. I just wanted to put it all up. But okay, so, Antoine, your turn now.
Okay. This is us going naturally with no breaks or interruptions.
Mm-hmm.
Not edited. All right. So I am going to. What? How hard are they? Are they all right?
What do you
Hit
mean?
point wise? Like.
Oh, yeah.
I'm at 49. I'm fine.
Okay. Cool.
Corbin is a tank, as per usual.
Still at 32, so I think I'm going to be okay for a couple more rounds.
How the hell do you fight a tinsel snake with conventional weapons? Sacred Flame. I'll go with Sacred Flame. Wait, no. Fire's bad, right? Gingerbread Man would totally use that shit.
It's up to you.
You know what?
Don't worry. I'll rip the thing out on my turn. Don't worry about it.
Okay, there we go.
All right, I'm just gonna try to mace the snake.
Okay, and free them?
Yeah. So
All right.
17.
Oh, yeah, that definitely hits.
All right. With a D6 plus 3, 5.
Okay, yeah, the tinsel was very weak, so yeah, you tear through it quite easily and you free your friends, meaning that they
I
can
did
move on
something,
the
you
next
guys.
turn.
Something
Yeah.
useful.
I just lost 6 points to tinsel, and then you ripped it away easily, so don't worry. You're doing great.
I didn't land in butterscotch.
Yeah. All right, Corbin, you again.
Okay. I gotta think about what to do. I was going to try and eat the tinsel.
When in doubt.
Oh, you know what? We're all still staying on the Legos, right?
Yes.
I believe he can probably turn everything in this room into a weapon, so I am going to use my Fire Fist to melt all the Legos.
Ooh, okay, go for it.
Fuck, it fell. Okay. I recently got a new desk and it's way thinner, so I am not used to to roll these things. Let me find that shit.
Are we playing golf rules?
Yeah,
How it landed?
Mulligan.
That depends. How good is it? If it's a 20, you can have it.
It was a 12, but what am I adding to this? Like, strength?
Yeah, if you're attacking the ground. Oh, but then again, it's like
Yep,
it's Lego, so it's not fighting you back. So I'll just say, yeah, you burned one of your fire slots, and yeah, you melted all the Legos on the floor, and now the place smells like burnt plastic.
Ew.
My toys! You're burning my beautiful toys!
It'll be all right.
I am going to use my... What is it? Not action... Yeah, action surge. I'm going to use action surge.
Right.
And I'm going to kick the melted Legos at him.
Ooh, all right. I'll say that's a D6 of damage because that's like an improvised weapon, but I'll say because it's still hot, melty plastic. But because
D6.
But because you're kicking, it's not strength, so add dexterity to it instead of strength.
Oh, wait, so I still have to roll the D20 first.
Yes.
Okay. And You said dexterity?
Yes, because you're kicking it.
Cool. That is going to be 15.
Okay, that's just enough to hit him, so he'll take half of whatever you do. So roll a.
God damn it.
Yeah. So yeah, roll, and then he'll take whatever half.
That is a 2.
Okay, so yeah, so he takes.
Actually, it's a 3. So is it 2 or 1?
Pardon? We'll just call it 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
I hate odd number.
Yeah, me too. So he gets smacked in the face with a bunch of hot Lego. Ah! It burns! It burns!
Only us idiots can weaponize Legos.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait.
Have you ever been in elementary school?
Does anybody still have any cold-based attacks?
No.
Because if we chill the Legos while they're on him, wouldn't he like lock up in place?
Potentially. I mean, I know Vorlin has electricity in his thing, but I don't think anyone else has any more elemental attacks. That's
fire and electricity.
That's why you got to get a sorcerer or a wizard on the team. They're all the ones with the elemental bullshit.
Yeah, sometimes I forget to keep using the gemmed rapier.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me. I'm totally going to do that this round.
There you go. All right, sounds good. It's your turn. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna let's try to stack everything I can on this guy. Hunter's mark.
Nice. Okay, so he now is hunter marked.
Okay, and then let's do the dual wield.
Nice.
Okay.
And surprise attack too, because he was not paying attention to you in particular. He was paying attention to everyone.
Sweet. So what is that? Sneak attack on this one?
Oh,
Yes.
and did the burning Legos hit the side of his face that isn't already burned?
Oh, you know
because
it
that
did.
would be.
Oh, of course. He matches now. I'm hideous. I'm hideous.
Yeah. Now you're hideous.
You're Two-Face now, but you're a different Two Faces. Neither one of them's great.
It's now like worse and worse face.
I was supposed to look my best for the coming of Krampus.
Oh yeah, is that still happening?
You look.
He's fighting you now, so it's not like he can conduct the ritual or anything.
Okay.
Can we conduct the ritual after we kill him?
Yeah, we should totally do that, right?
That's
I kind of just want to fight Krampus. Wait, why? Hold on, stop, everybody, time.
Okay.
Hold up. I just realized the one thing we all want for Christmas is to fight Krampus. So, can't we all just get what we want?
Yeah.
Also, I already kicked smoldering Legos on you, so I'm kind of like, I'm not going to outdo that one. Tell you what, you conduct that ritual while we all nap real quick to regain back anything that we lost, all health points and that shit. And then we just get to brawl with Krampus.
Oh, man, that's way better. I was going to ask him to piss in my mouth.
Wow.
To reheal my powers.
No, Krampus is supposed to be for me. I put in the hard work. Me, you don't get to come in and Krampus steal me.
Oh, God, you're just impossible.
You are.
Wow, you won't even accept a team up. Wow.
I ate
This
my
is
brother.
not in the spirit. This is not in the spirit of the season. You know that, right?
I ate my brothers and sisters. You think I'm gonna work with people? Come on.
They're delicious. We would have ate your brothers and sisters.
Yeah, dude.
Gingerbread.
That's a stereotype that we all taste great. Some of us taste bad.
I just rolled because I was going to say, while we're all talking, I'm going to stealth up behind him and try and eat him again.
I thought that's what you were doing.
I just rolled a 1, so
You
didn't work. Just let it play. Just let it play.
you step not on Legos, but you do a full Home Alone and step on some of those colorful Christmas bulbs. This whole
I've been standing the entire time with both blades ready to go, waiting to decide whether or not I can roll or not.
okay, yeah, you can go.
I keep looking back at them like, are we doing this? What's going on?
All right,
for
time in. He's not going to be cool. Fine.
Well, at least now I have purpose with these hits.
Yeah, really.
All right, we're gonna go with the rapier first.
Nice.
Oh,
I turn back to the... Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. That's a 19.
Oh, hot damn.
Nice.
That definitely
So-
hits.
Yeah. So what we decided, that was a +7 and a +5.
Yes.
Okay, and then 1d8 +3. Big money, big money, big money. No whammies. Stop. 8. Okay, so that's 7. Plus my attack bonus is 14. Plus the 3 is going to make it 17. plus the 5 is going to make it 23, plus the hunter's mark.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, all together. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, yeah, you do 20 between the electricity, the hunter's mark, the sneak damage, and everything else. Yeah, you do a full 28 damage to this guy. You are just a goddamn elemental tornado cutting through this place at great speed, and there's just like metal clashing all over the place, and you knock off his gumdrop buttons, and he starts bleeding frosting all over the place. Yeah, you bastard! But he's still hanging in there just a little bit, but he is severely hurt.
That makes up for sleeping with that terrible woman. For the record,
it really doesn't. It never will. We're trying to do that. It's not going to work.
I'm still going to keep trying, though. I'm still going to keep trying.
People don't forget.
Take that, gingerbread man. All right, so with your turn done, it becomes, Scorchy's turn yet again. And, he is really focusing in on you now for how badly you hurt him before. And he is basically gonna try and jump at your face, Vorlin, like he was a frickin' face hugger and this was aliens, basically, is what he's gonna try and do.
Okay.
Alright, he is going to roll his attack, and that is going to be... Okay, that's a 4. So, even though he gets to put, 10 on top of that, he still basically is nothing, because he fucks up his jump in the first place. So he basically just jumps completely past your head and slides. And I'm going to say he fucked up that so bad, he actually takes 5 falling damage, because he is still a tiny cookie man.
It's the melting Legos. He can't really coordinate anymore.
No, he really can't.
Ah, you bastard! I was gonna stab you in the mouth with my candy cane shiv. Shit.
Why would you tell him that?
I overshare. It's my problem. It's my only problem. It's Scorchy the homicidal ginger man's only problem.
All right, Antoine, it becomes your turn now.
I can only use my level 2 spells once a day, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Damn it. Alright, fine. What about my level 1 spells I can use twice, right? Or all of these once?
Anything that's not a cantrip is once a day.
Okay. Fair enough. Alright, fine. I'm just gonna put a crossbow in the back of this guy's head. I feel like he's not facing me right now, so I'm just gonna dome him.
He is not. Go for it.
Alright. See what we got here.
Something about taking out a gingerbread man execution style. It's just really satisfying.
Yeah, like Goodfellas. I feel like when he's Joe Pesci when he walks into that room, he's like, "Oh no!"
Very much so.
Just crumbs flying everywhere, all over the wall.
It's just nobody sitting in the room. It all comes together real quick for him. 17 again.
Yep, that hits.
All right, and then. A 6 on my D6.
Yep.
So, yeah, D6 plus. Well, no, sorry, that was supposed to be a D8.
Oh, okay.
D8. That is a 5 plus 2, 7.
Okay, so yeah, you skewer him completely with this arrow. He's officially more arrow than cookie now, as it pops out his chest and drops the last of his gumdrop buttons. He is still somehow clinging to life. Ah!
God, he's like Chucky.
Little bit.
You will not ruin Yulefest for me.
You were trying to ruin Yule Fest for you.
No, I was trying to make it better, like my way or the highway. Is what I was trying to do. Don't fucking poke holes in my plan right now.
And
I feel like you don't really know what you want, gingerbread man. And
it seems like you're just searching for things to fill that hole inside of you, and I don't just mean the one that was created by the arrow.
And speaking of Corbin, it's your turn now.
I take my turn to feel bad for the tiny cookie.
You do. It's super effective. You humanize the shit out of this villain. And then what do you do?
Oh shit! Okay, I guess I did actually use up my turn.
Caring is a free action, like talking is a free action.
I mean, is it possible he pulls out a glass of milk out of nowhere, and that's more like psychological torture?
Hold on, I'm just doing the map in my head. He was standing where his ritual stuff and all the artifacts were, right?
Yes.
And then he jumped and missed, so he kept flying past. So all that shit is unguarded right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go up to that stuff, and I'm just gonna grab the star and the wood and like toss it to Vorlin with his bag of holding.
Okay,
I hold my bag open, ready to go.
you do that
Cool.
very easily, and now you have the magic witching wood, the Star of Infinite Joy, the magic book. You don't get the the reindeer blood, because that's already on the floor. That's already been used up.
I'm already full. I don't really need any more.
So the good news is, I think all we need to do is hunt down another reindeer, and Krampus is ours, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, we got this. We can bring our lord back.
Yeah.
All right, Vorlin, your turn then.
Sweet. So now I'm going to just attack again with dual wield and do the rapier and the short sword.
Right on.
Cool. This is for.
I love that the Legend of Shazam in the chat put a JoJo's reference in there, and I didn't catch it until just now.
I like Legend of Shazam. Is this gingerbread man going to talk about how we live in a society anytime soon? Yeah, he's basically that guy. He's fucking that guy.
What is that? 14 plus. I'm looking at my deal wheel because I'm looking for.
If it's plus
Pumpers.
anything, it hits.
Oh, okay. So for the rapier, I did +7 bonus, so that's gonna make it. That can't be right. I may have been doing this wrong. I rolled a 14.
Pardon. Okay, well, I will say because he's so beat up at this point that most of his armor has gone away, so yeah, 14 will hit. It was supposed to be 15, but close enough.
Okay, and then this is gonna be. We're just gonna end this guy. It's like, let's just get this over with.
Put him out of his
short
misery.
sword. And I don't think a short sword's gonna hit, so that's only an 11.
Okay.
So the rapier.
That was all you needed. He was like near death when the arrow hit him. He's at -2 now. So yeah, you cleave him with your short sword like right down the middle, and he falls in like 2 halves and everything, and just crumbles into pieces as the last of the Yuletide magic leaves his body. And yeah, and so
And then
so
as
does
he
the
falls apart, my character looks at him, puts on the sunglasses, and goes, "Well, guess that's just how the cookie crumbles."
yeah.
I was waiting for us to get back to Santa so I could go, so he could be like, well, what happened? Who did it? I go, well, Ginger snapped. And I was going to put on my glasses.
You know, you can still use that. You can totally use that.
Yeah,
Fuck, that's a good
one.
payment.
I love that Antoine hasn't taken off any glasses, meaning this will be like his third pair of glasses on top of other glasses.
I've just been stacking glasses.
That's really freaking good, actually. That's fucking amazing. So yeah, you have defeated Scorchy and you've reclaimed all the not North Pole artifacts.
Yay!
Yay.
Now we can go back and I can finish celebrating Kwanzaa.
The greatest holiday of them all. So yeah, you make your way out of the coal mine and
I had
back.
cake that was in the oven when we left, so I'm hoping that we can get back in time. Otherwise, the entire boat is in fire now. Right now.
Don't worry, Christmas one shot. We can mess with the continuity if we have to. So yeah, you make your way back to not Santa's village, and Klaus and Peter are there to meet you. They're sharing a glass of eggnog now. It looks like whatever their problems were, they've managed to patch them up this time.
This toxic cycle.
This toxic cycle will continue another Christmas.
What do I have to roll for Peter to see his value?
roll a charisma.
It'd be
right.
persuasion, wouldn't it?
yeah. Roll a persuasion.
What are you hiring?
18.
18.
All right, so let's see what I'm hiring. We're just gonna pull up a Christmas miracle. See, persuasion, a 2, and then what was the other one?
Persuasion, or was
Charisma.
Yeah, charisma.
All right, I can get this to a 17 with charisma. So I'm gonna use charisma. Leave him, Peter. Peter, look at me. You travel the world. You see India, Peter.
I see you, Antoine. You know what? You're right. After New Year, I'm packing my shit and I'm leaving.
Good. Hey, don't be like a Jane's Addiction song and stick around.
Yeah.
I need you to get your shit, pack your CDs, leave, stay with your sister.
I'm gonna see the world there. You know, the world is ready to open up for a big Adonis like me with super awesome muscles and a red vest. And also, I'm totally taking the flying long ship too. I get that in the divorce.
Hey, Peter, you're gonna fuck, dog.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Again, you're having this conversation at the back window. Klaus is looking at Vorlin and Corbin as you come up the walkway. So, did you do it? Did you stop the dark ritual? I didn't feel Klaus enter this, or Krampus enter this realm, so I guess you did it. I knew you were the right people for this job.
Unfortunately, yes, we stopped the dark ritual.
If you ever bring us up here again for another holiday, I will summon our Dark Lord, Hell Krampus.
Well then, on that note, boys, I want to thank you so much for your good work and everything you've done and yada yada yada. I got work to do. He then snaps his fingers and several of the rings on his fingers start to glow and a big, massive snow blizzard starts to envelop the entire town that you're in all together, and it's a complete and utter whiteout, and you can't see each other, and before you know it, you all drift up before waking up back on the revival where your adventure started.
Oh, last thing he sees while that snow envelops us is me holding his wallet.
No, I need that. My subway card is in there. So yes, you wake back up on the revival where you're...
I don't know if you meant that as like the punch card where he gets a free sandwich, or if you meant that Santa has to take public transportation. I don't know which one you meant.
Whichever is funnier.
They both work.
There you go. So you wake back up in the revival where your adventure started, and again, you have 3 letters waiting for you, but these letters are different than the ones you started with. These ones are actually from Klaus the Conqueror themselves, and you each have a different letter. What is it written to each of you?
Now they all say, I will murder you.
They all say, fight me. No, for Vorlin, it says there, hey, Vorlin, really wanted to give you your heart's desire for Christmas. Unfortunately, your parents are dickheads, and I can't make them love or accept you, but on the upside, I can ruin the fuck out of their Christmas, though. They're going to be getting coal, they're going to burn the ham, gonna totally suck for them, and I hope that makes you feel better.
Well, see, this is a giant bummer because my heart's desire was just, cyberpunk patches, so they just stuck that. But okay.
Santa doesn't know what a cyberpunk is. And,
well, yeah, because he's a fascist.
There you go. Mike Pondsmith, who? For Antoine, your letter says, Dear Antoine, sorry can't fill that hole in your heart that you're using religion and drugs to fill, but on the upside, here's an 8-ball, my dude, of the good shit from my private stash. Me and Peter don't party no more. Hope you enjoy it.
I got a bonus gift, which was his credit card information.
Also that. He wrote that before that.
Come and get it, bitch.
What kind of an idiot writes his PIN number on the back of his card?
It was a subway card. That's why he was really worried about it. He only had like 3 punches in it.
He is very old, to be fair. And for Corbin, your letter is probably the sweetest of all. No, Corbin, I couldn't get you someone to fight, but I figured you've murdered lots of things already today, so on the upside for you, I just decided to give Scrunch and Athena and Trishan and everything else what they really wanted for this year, which will make your job easier, so, good on you.
Yes, I take credit for this. It's the meme of, you made this, I made this, I made this.
Literally. And as you walk out again, the moon is bright and shiny in the sky, and everyone is playing with the gifts they received. There's a little fire truck for Lil Skip, a sweater for Scrunch, Cajun sausage for Athena and Trishan, and good times.
Wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah, and good times were had by all. So
And nobody got any of that like flavored popcorn in the tin?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's definitely there. That was there already.
Okay, it was on the caramel.
That was Scrunch's gift to you. Hey man, I got that tri-colored popcorn, man. That stuff's the bomb.
You knew I wanted gifts from Walgreens.
It's the only place I shop because I too am green. So there you go, everyone. Happy Yuletoberfest, everyone, from the D20 Degenerates and Capes and Quests. We hope you had a lot of fun here for this Christmas adventure.
Yeah.
I love it. I can't wait to resurrect Krampus in the follow-up.
Next year.
Part 2 next year. This is going to be a thing. The search for Krampus.
I'm amazed we came in under 3 hours.
Same, I know, right? I'm just like, we can do it. I know we can.
That was that was awesome. That was perfect.
Solid Marvel movie time.
Absolutely. There you go. Post credit. Krampus lives. So chances are I'm probably going to be putting this one up on Christmas Eve, so I want to thank all 15 people who hung out in the chat and watched us there. Pat Sr., Legend of Shazam, all the usuals, all the warriors. Thank you guys so very much. KT, Michaelius, if you are a patron, of course, you will be getting this first before anyone else. I'm going to try and get this one up to you ASAP. Everyone else will get it Christmas Eve. Again, if you have any spare change, I am still trying to collect some money for the local food bank there. I don't think we got any donations when I was playing. I'm not sure, but if you did, thank you all the same. And I'm probably going to try and do like 2 more subsequent Christmas streams, so if you missed the chance now, try and do it later, because I'd like to maybe try and show something at some point. So, yeah, any parting holiday words, everybody, before I end the stream?
Stay safe, stay inside, stay away from your family. It's not that great, you guys.
Especially this
honestly,
year.
Honestly, this is the best excuse ever not to have to deal with your family for the holidays. So, guys, that's the real gift this year.
Use it, yeah.
My what the hell is my aunt-in-law? Is that how that is? She hosts this big, massive Christmas get-together for my wife's entire giant family every single year. She called us today, letting us know, yeah, we're not doing that. If they're not doing it, none of y'all should be doing it.
It's a Christmas
if
miracle.
they got talked out doing a Christmas party, you guys should be talked out doing a Christmas party. Yeah. They're the most Christmassy people I know, and they said, we're not fucking, no, we don't want to kill everyone. Stop it. Stop it.
Good call.
Stay inside.
Wear your mask.
Post-credit scene, Krampus reaches his glove out, says, I'll do it myself.
I'll do it myself. And of course, my Krampus voice is just Dr. Claw. Next year, Klaus. Next year.
Who's that guy that wrote that really good Krampus book for Image Comics?
Oh, yeah. Also, the movie Krampus was good, too.
That's what I'm picturing in my head.
I like it.
Because that guy was a party animal.
I like it a lot. Next year, everyone. So goodbye, everyone. And you all have a good one out there, and we'll see you all next time.